Well, we'll get through this. Hello, everybody. Salam sejahtera. Good evening.
Good
Welcome
evening, guys.
to Q&A, live Q&A, car buying advice, car buying questions.
Yep. So today, Thomas and I are holding the fort in
Yep.
Bobby and Tana's absence. Would they be joining us later?
No, I don't think
So
so.
it's just the two of us, lah.
So we'll be here to answer your questions to the best of our capacity. And hey, you know, we can still have fun, right?
Yeah,
so
man.
if you're here, say hi.
Hi, Rion. Hi, Kwan Sing. Hey, Thomas, tonight got Dude, Where's My Car? No?
God, I'm looking forward to play some of it. You know, I always like to set up for my guest in Top Gear last time, but now Chiang gets to set it up, so I get to play as well. So it's fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, Chiang now
Yeah.
getting good at this, away.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
annoyingly good at this.
Every week he comes up with a car that I've never heard of before.
Or very painfully difficult choice to make sometimes.
Yeah.
But I thought last week's the 718 Cayman GTS 4.0 versus the M2 CS was quite an interesting choice. Yeah. So hi guys, welcome. Welcome if you're just coming in. I'm Bobby is not able to join us tonight, and Tana's not able to join us tonight.
Yeah.
So we're
He's
still going to run the show, you know, because we're
Yep.
dedicated to help our friends, you know, to answer the questions about buying cars, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Mugilan.
Hello, Mugilan. Hello, Team
guys,
Wong.
who's
Yap HK.
going to start us off with the first car buying question today?
Sure. What question do we have?
No, don't have. Anybody got a car buying question?
If you got a car buying question, ask. And
Yeah.
usually at the beginning of the show, there's very little questions. At the middle of the show, there are too many questions. So if you've got any questions, ask now.
Those who ask now, I get immediate answer. Hey, Gopal.
Hello, Gopal. What's up?
Gopal's GTI that day I saw got a set of nice DRC wheels, man. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the first question by Patrick Ranjan. Honda EHEV, any insider news, price and launch date? No, we don't get insider news from Honda lah, unfortunately.
I think Honda also, most manufacturers are pretty tight about this kind of stuff.
Yes. They won't seem by the time and the EHEV, right? I think it's still, if it is coming at all, right, it's still very, very far from launch. So yeah, the executives will be very, very tight-lipped. They wouldn't let news out so easily lah, unless it is a deliberate, to test market, which we haven't gotten that yet. Oh, but we do have the, what you call it? Oh, you're talking about this one, the Civic. Okay. Well, okay, launch date should be soon if you're talking about this one. But price-wise, right, you look at where the Civic currently is, the current 1.5 turbo, right? About what, 150, 140, 150K. So like this article here from Sawyer Chinchao, okay, speculates that this could be a 160K Civic. It's a very legitimate speculation if you ask me, but it's speculation now.
10 to 15K more lah, around there. Yeah, I would suspect.
Easily, despite the fact that you've got tax free and all that, right? It would be more expensive one.
Yeah, no point they come out with this and then they undercut their top spec. You know, I don't see them doing this. It's like the City hatchback hybrid. They priced it higher than all the others. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
Right.
Davis is asking any thoughts on the BYD Atto coming to Malaysia again.
We have to see what's the price. We have to see the car in person. Yeah. Then only we can really properly answer that. but it looks like a well, it looks like a car, another one of those cars that hits the sweet spot lah. SUV body type, a nice size, looks like HRV or CRV kind of body size. So if they get the pricing right, of course it should be a good buy, I would guess, because China's EV development is now so advanced. Look at this. Look at this dashboard.
It reminds me a little bit of an Audi Q2. The side profile of the car.
Oh yes, it does. But
Yeah,
my
the
God,
silver C pillar looks like a
it
Audi
almost
Q2 a
look
bit.
at that dashway. I mean, it's like one of those retro future spaceship in science fiction movies kind of
The
design.
the the round thing down there,
Yeah,
right in front of the gearbox. Yeah, yeah, cool.
yeah,
Yeah, for I mean, if it's going to be in the economy, slightly to medium class
yeah,
range, I think it's going to hit
yeah,
a sweet spot or something interesting for people to try.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
Minjuna. Sorry.
MJ, the chicken rice. That remember the chicken
Ah,
rice guy. Okay,
250K.
wow, this chicken rice is selling very well. They have to buy weekend car
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
man. Yeah, man. My guy fan can buy 200 quarter million car, but
Hey,
MJ,
possible
you need to
man.
be specific with the type of car that you want. Do you want,
Okay, if you want
sports
weekend
car?
car, confirm sports car. Let's just assume it's sports car lah.
But
250K
what
sports
genre
car.
of sports cars? Are you talking hot hatch? Are we
Hey,
talking about
yeah,
sedan? Convertible,
track
coupe, driver
car.
seaters? Ah,
Okay. How about this, Bingjun? If you're still here, just type and is it cash or loan? And are you like more about convertible and stuff like that, right? Just
yes,
we'll
yes.
wait for your
Even
answer. All right, that's good.
within weekend cars, there are many genres. So yeah.
Yep. Like mine, no. So for some people, the M2 competition is a weekend car. For some people, the
Oh
Spider is a
yes,
weekend car.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Thomas has a lot of weekend cars.
Do okay, anyways, Alex Chan's asking, I am planning to get my mom an Ativa. I'm worried of his engine's reliability. What do you think? My budget is 70K. Do want my vehicles to use for family drive sometimes any better buy. Okay, I've never driven the Ativa, so I can't say anything. But Con, what do you think?
I mean, if you really, is it okay? Why do you are worried that the engine is not reliable? But okay lah. To be frank, I would say for 70K budget, there are better cars that you can buy. But you see, the thing is that the way he phrases his question and he justifies it, he really say, okay, I don't want my V. All right, he wants family drive. So these guys, they've set their sight on Ativa already, but they are concerned with the 1 liter turbo engine. So I would say, right, the Ativa is selling so well. Any issues regarding the engine, down the line, all right, by the time things fall to break up and all right, it will be sorted out one. It will be sorted out. And don't forget, the Ativa shares components, mechanical components with Toyota, with Daihatsu. So, whatever you can say about these cars, right? I think not reliable won't be a problem. It won't be a problem.
Mm.
Mm.
But I know it's a really weird suggestion. I'm coming here. Is there any other better buyer?
How old a Santa Fe can we buy for 70K, Thomas?
How come you read my mind? You can get a 2014-15 Santa Fe for 40-50K, a Sorrento for
Yeah,
80K. Look, guys,
yeah,
I know I keep saying every week. I think the Santa Fe and Sorrento is one of the it's one of the least underrated car in Malaysia. Lah. You know,
yeah,
uh it rides like a German car.
yes,
Yes, it's a little bit older, but you got a great engine. They run it how like more than 1.5 decade, the same engine. They've
yeah,
improved the engine 1.5 decade. All the known problems have been solved. Even back then was really
correct.
quite reliable.
Mm.
The
But
2.2
then again, Thomas,
diesel.
a 2014 Santa Fe will not be able to get a loan margin like the
True,
Ativa here.
true.
Yeah,
Then
right.
70K budget, you stretch a little bit more, get 75, 80,000, get a second-hand Sorrento, a 2018,
A newer
a newer
newer
Sorrento.
example, right?
Yeah, get a
Um,
Sorrento.
yeah,
Because
you
when
can
you
also
ride in a Sorrento, you
yeah,
will feel and you sit in the I'm not so clear about Ativa, but let's say if I knew the Myvi, right? Because some of my friends bought the new Myvi, and Bobby Tana, they all driven the Ativa. They say it's like an enlarged Myvi, right?
It's like a bigger Myvi, yes.
Yeah. So if that's the build quality of those cars, not talking about just the interior, the right quality, everything, right? The Santa Fe makes you feel like I'm sitting in a Conti car versus
Yes.
an Ativa. And you know, it's you have more power. You know, you pull out of the highway easier, you know, damping is
Yep.
better. Of course, maintenance can be slightly expensive because you're running Korean parts, but these
Yep.
cars are not known to be like leave you stranded. These are not cars that are known to be leave you stranded. In fact, it's the best-selling SUV, one of the best-selling SUVs in US.
Correct. And
Right?
you'll
So
be surprised that for a similar budget, you can get a 5-year-old HRV. That's something to consider.
yeah,
You get a
yeah.
5-year-old
And
HRV.
HRV has unbeatable second value, third-hand value, resale value. They're extremely loved, you know, by Malaysia. BRV, you know.
Yeah, there's another option. Well, a bit out of field, but recently one of my friends is letting go a 2013 E class at around this kind of money.
Yeah, if you fancy
The
that,
W
yeah.
the 212 E class recently, I had a chance to drive one, right? I was like
But
surprised,
then it's
the
cash
car
buy,
drives.
right? Cash buy,
Oh yeah,
right?
of course it's cash buy, but
Yeah,
it
lor, cash
drives
buy,
well.
lor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But I as much as I love
Uh,
Malaysia, I mean I support Malaysian cars. I want Malaysian cars to do well. But you know, the Koreans bring so much value, especially the later
correct.
models. Very underrated,
Correct.
extremely underrated car.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Alex, that answers your question.
But yeah, Ativa, you know, it's a Toyota. Don't forget, it's still a Toyota, so
Yeah.
it should be somewhat reliable. I'm not gonna say that Ativa is not reliable because it's still based on
Oh,
Daihatsu and
I
Toyota.
don't think unreliability will be a weakness for the Ativa.
Yeah, it's not synonymous with that lah. Yeah. Okay, let's
Okay.
go back to MJ. M Minjun, Porsche,
Porsche.
low convertible. Only Boxster ma. Ayo.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get this straight.
Because 911 means you're limited only to 996, right? I believe.
But loan, loan and
Loan and
convertible.
convertible. Boxster only lo.
You
Boxster
have
only
to
lo.
either stretch your budget. If 1 year time, I suppose 718s will still sit around 350 cheapest for Boxsters. So it's still a tough buy because you can't take loan for 981s, you can't take loan for 987, and 911 convertibles. Forget about it; it won't be in this price
Yeah.
range at all
911 convertible is beyond your budget.
for loan. Yeah, so you got to look
Mm.
at a 350,000 range for a convertible Boxster 718. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
so since you put Porsche, you're kind of limited.
Yeah. Yeah lo.
But may I also interest you in a no lah? I think Porsche. I think 428i also is a good choice if you can get a convertible.
Oh yeah, you can consider that. But he wants a Porsche.
Porsche.
A Porsche.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got to look at around 350. So sell more chicken rice, which is freaking
Okay.
awesome, by the way. Shout out to MJ.
Yeah.
What's it called again? Oh man, I forgot this.
Almost.
Won chicken by Won. Chicken
Yeah,
by
man.
Won. Really good chicken rice. Look them on Instagram. Right. Okay, totally support. Okay, let's
Okay.
move on. Sakti Tech. All right, what do you guys think about importing cars from UK, Australia, or New Zealand? Some classics like Honda S2000 mark up significantly in Malaysia. Will importing be viable?
Your importing cost will bring the car up to what it costs to buy in Malaysia. Don't forget. And also there's a lot more documentation and paperwork for you to deal with. So unless it is a car that you find high and low in Malaysia don't have, you are well connected with customs, right? To get all the help you get all the paperwork sorted, right? I wouldn't bother.
The S2000 is one being sold by JT Cars, and
Yes.
I've restored my own E30, for example. And I don't know much about classic cars, but I know some people who do. Here's my opinion. Why is it marked up? Okay. Of course, there are hype, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But, if the car is running and is in a good condition, it deserves a premium. It is
Correct.
not easy to fix up an old car. And S2000, right? Is it the classic, right? The S2000, it's not an easy car to restore. It's like if you see E30 is like level 3, for example, S2000 probably is level 9 because the
Correct.
parts are extremely hard to find,
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Don't think because Japanese it's easy to fix. It's not.
Oh no.
Engine parts, your things like maybe like oil filter, your engine parts, probably. All right. You koyak one trim part and see, you will cry.
Cry, yeah. So
Yes.
if there is a reason why it's charged as a premium, right?
Yeah.
Because the car is if the car is complete, means the interior trims are complete, and then the car is
Yes.
startable and drivable, that itself deserves a premium.
Correct.
I say this, that's why it's not actually marked up. I think it's sold at the price that is deserving because you have to hunt for the parts. Sometimes you buy
Yes.
the parts second hand, right? And then it comes in, it's like, oh wait, this is not workable. Then you waste money, you burn it, right?
Yeah.
And a
And
lot of things goes behind restoring cars. And if you import the car from UK, maybe it's cheaper, but can you ensure its quality of the car?
yes,
Can you ensure that the
exactly.
car works? Unless you drive all the way, fly all the way to UK or Australia or New Zealand, you found the car, you test the car, it's okay, then you bring it back, right?
And
If
in which, right, you will be paying the same amount of money as the marked up car.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Like
I believe
Thomas,
it deserves. What?
people always like how like you're putting your E30 for 50 over K, right? People
Yeah,
say it's expensive, but the E project that I'm doing now, the bill is already touching that amount already.
yeah. I won't be surprised. It will be stretching another 5 to another 8K again. It
Easily,
will just go up again.
easily.
Maybe it might
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
And don't forget, it's not just the parts time. It's the time. The parts cost is the time that you have to spend. The
Correct,
headache, the heartbreak
correct.
ordering a part, and then the part come, it doesn't fit. Oh my god, doesn't work. Oh my god, So yeah. But yes.
Yeah.
I will answer Sakti Tech in a more holistic way. There's a reason why certain things are marked up.
Yes,
Not just because it's a hype, but because there's some work gone behind it. There's some premium behind it. Yes,
correct.
importing is viable, but then you would bear the risk of then dealing with if the car works or doesn't work, all that nonsense. Especially for a car like this S2000, right? I think this is not an easy car to restore. If you ask me to restore this car, oh sorry, damn, I'm sorry, I had a couple of days. I'm thinking about the S650, but yes, S2000. It's also actually, you know what, S2000 also are not easy to restore. Also,
It's
yeah,
not. It's not.
yeah.
Okay lah. Maybe not level 9 versus an E30, but it's also
No,
not.
okay. I was thinking of a S650,
Ah,
the old school. Okay. Okay,
okay.
this one probably you're looking
But,
at like a
but
level 4 or 5 lah. All right,
But
level 4.
Thomas,
Because yeah.
whatever parts here that is not shared with a Civic or a City, it's still you will still have a hard time finding one.
Okay, I take it back. This car will be easier to restore. Yes.
Of course, of course. Right?
Yes, it's marked up significantly in Malaysia. I guess the only advice I will give for Sakti Tech is this type thing, you look at condition all the time. Condition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So sorry everybody. I was thinking about the old school S650. That won't be level 9.5.
S2000 is there are some available in Malaysia. You are better off just paying the premium for the locally available ones. Done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would think so too. Because condition, at least when you're here in Malaysia, you can observe the car, you can inspect the car, and then make a decision. In that sense, yeah. But yes, I think it's significantly, the price is so quite high lah. Honestly, unless you have to have a certain love for the car to really just buy the car. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. Miscommunication. Let's see if
Okay.
any
So
comments were mocking me.
this guy's asking AMG 45S current model, keep for 9 years and daily use. Okay, let me just tell you something. My view is these AMG 45s, I think they will tahan the abuse. Question is, can you tahan its abuse on your body?
Actually, you know what? The new A45S, Expel's boss actually drives the A45S. And
The current
I
gen
sat
one.
in the car. Current the A45S. It's not as harsh as the old AMG 45.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. But also depends on how you take care of the car lah.
Of course.
Okay.
It's all
How
about
good is it to keep it for 9 years and daily use? I think dailyable. It is very dailyable. Actually,
it's dailyable, but
yeah, it's
I
not
don't
harsh.
think I don't think you can daily this for 9 years. You know what I mean? Because
Why?
after a while, right, the high-strung nature of the car, it gets tiring.
Okay, I mean, you put in comfort mode, your drive is actually quite okay. Have you driven it?
Yeah, I've driven it. It's more comfortable than the predecessor model. But
Yes,
this is not this is a car I would say that after you will have your fun, then after 3 or 4 years, right, you will want to progress to something a bit more mature because
yes,
you had your fun already.
yes. So that
Yeah.
is where the A45 is, because the car has so much like fun, and then you get bored of the fun, right? You get bored
Yeah.
of it. The right. I think the fun will last you max 4 years, 5 years Yeah, max
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think for daily use, yeah, I mean, in objective wise, I think daily use is usable. The
Yeah.
rear seats aren't so bad, I guess. It's not super uncomfortable. It's a big
Mm.
improvement from the last one. But I think in terms of like fun driving it, you probably feel the lack of fun after like 5 years.
Yeah.
If you want to try something
Okay.
different. Yeah.
You will want to move on to something, with a more relaxed kind of power delivery. Sure one.
The problem about the A45S
Mm.
is it's a car that's easy to go fast, and you get bored
Correct.
of that.
Correct.
You get
Yes.
bored of that.
Yes.
You want a car, how do I say, a, a Porsche, let's say a 997, right?
Yeah.
Or my Boxster, for example. I'm still
Yeah.
learning to drive the car. I'm actually still
Yes.
trying to learn how to drive the car today and drive
Yes.
it a lot,
Yes.
right? And the A45S, you don't have much
You are
learning
not,
curve behind it.
Thomas. Let's put
Yeah.
it this way. I think 2 years with the Spider, you have not found your limits with the car yet, right?
Oh, not yet. I just installed new KW V3s, and
Yeah.
then new
You have
limits
not
are
found
found
your limits
again.
with the car yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, you can objectively you can daily it for 9 years. You can.
Yes.
But the
Yes.
question is, would your kukucha will get itchy?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm
It's not a question of whether the car can tahan the 9 years. It's whether can you tahan the 9 years. The car will take it one.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
I would say
Right. Because
similar.
the objective of buying a performance car is not just to daily. You have expectations of it. You get what I mean, right? But if you
Yeah.
buy a Camry 9 years,
Yeah.
sure. You buy a Honda Civic to daily, sure,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
But when you say performance car, it means you have an expectation of the car to be
Yes.
somewhat enjoyable to drive. Right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry.
a lot of people want to keep their car for more than 9 years. Maintenance costs, you're buying from BMW. Firstly, the first 5 years free already, right? Then means that you are only paying for 4.5 years of maintenance.
Yep.
Yeah, right. But once again, Lord, will you be able to? Will you get bored of the car before the 9 years is up? Will you be looking to move on to something else before the 9 years is up? The car will take the car will be able to take the used one, because like the 330i, right? I mean the new G20, firstly the B48 engine, that engine is solid. It is a solid engine. You maintain it well, it will just keep going. Yeah.
So Shunmuganathan said, yes, best I get a 5-year loan to use model. I do agree with Kon. Longevity for me to use on longevity to use for 9 years. Yeah, I think that's a fair thing. Yeah. All right. Let's look at the next one. Mr. Gaffa Peter. Hey guys, never owned a Continental before, looking to own the new 330 LIM Sport
You
for
answered this
9 years
question
from
already.
Belon. Same thing, right? Same thing lah.
Yeah,
Like what
yeah.
you covered already.
All right.
Okay. Which is worth buying, a Recon 2012 640i or a 2018 C43?
Well, definitely the 640i.
Hey,
But
I got a better idea, Yong. Hey, Chiang, can you look at Muda and look for 650i coupe? Hey, you think about it, a 650i runs a V8.
yes.
Okay. It may not
But
have
when
don't have
you go 650i, right, then the question becomes, why not M6 terus?
because today, right, Bespoke sent me his listing. He said, "Hey bro, do you know anybody wants a 650i or not?"
Very
coupe.
hard to sell. Oh.
240,000. Let me see if I can send it to
Very hard to sell. Oh.
Chiyang. All right. Okay. 2011 650i. All right. Let's see. All right. But anyways, coming back to this question. Okay. 640i or C43. 2018 pre-facelift C43 with the 7-matic G-tronic 7 G-tronic gearbox. I think my answer goes to 640i.
Yeah, because 640i is a higher segment car, right? But of course the C43 you can loan a bigger margin. You can take a bigger loan margin.
But let's assume he's not going to take loan, because if he pick a 2012 640i, he's not thinking about loan anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
I think a 640i is really a better car than a C43, coming from a person who used to own a C43.
Yes.
More quiet, better ride. This is the 650i but look at that design. I mean, come on, look at that. Compared to a C43, cannot lah, bro. How to compare a C43? It looks better. It has a look that actually really survives the test of time.
Yeah, it is aging very well. This model,
Very
whichever
well.
body style you're talking about, the coupe, the cabrio, or the grand coupe, right? Wow, some more red leather. Oh.
But you know what I'm really pissed about this 6 Series? That BMW tried to make it an 8 Series. This was doing so well. It was tapowing the CLS, A7. They tapow all these people.
Yes,
and then they ruined it.
In this segment. They
They
should have
ruined
kept
it.
this. Now they give the E-Class coupe a free run. You know, the E-Class coupe is having like
the downside is the 6 Series looks like a look. I mean, for people who are uninformed, it looks like a 3 Series, but actually the interior of the 6 Series actually is a 7 Series.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So 3 Series being the competitor to the C Class. So now you're up 2 segments. You're up to E and then S, so which is like 5 to 7. You're having a 7 Series level interior. I got friends who own this car, refuse to sell it. They have a 640 grand coupe, got family, don't want to sell.
Yeah.
Why? Go and look at the new E Class, look at the new 5 Series. It's like, he kept this car, right?
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, it's a really good car. So yeah, I would highly recommend this if you can get it. I know it's a bit older, but the N55 engine is sweet. Yeah.
Okay.
If comparing against 2018, you can go 6
there
Series.
You go, even better.
Yeah, if you want to go price to price, you can even go for that. Or you can save money and get the pre-facelift, but get the facelift. Either way, a 6 Series is superior to a C43. In terms of its build quality, everything. But the one thing C43 has, the engine is damn good.
Oh yes. Very entertaining engine compared to the BMW Straight 6. Even against the M340i, I would say the AMG engine is nicer to rev.
Yes. Anyway, bottom to top, all got torque one. Never run out of torque one. And bottom to top everywhere. The car will fly.
And it's damn fuel efficient,
Yes. But
it's damn fuel efficient,
everything else other than the car, I cannot, man. Steering a bit, I mean, it's good, but at the limit, just not there. It's not as quiet in the car. The cabin is a bit noisy. Just let down a bit. Yeah. I sold it in 10 months. Anyways, let's move on.
Mr. Green. Okay, I just want to say that with a 150K budget, you can try and shop for a 528. A 528i.
For a late model 528.
Maybe 2016, because 2017 520 is still the F10. G30 520i is like 2018 onwards only they introduce. But then for 2017 car, but this color no. Or there, Hoyo 528 M Sports, never mind summer full sport but they say me.
Okay. I think that of course the which one do you think has a better ride quality? The 2020 Passat or the 2017 520i?
Okay, to be honest, the Passat will be more comfortable. May actually be more comfortable.
But I recently drove a F10 again,
Hmm.
and I realized that for the driver is very comfortable.
It is, you see, the thing is
Then I
that, right?
swap seat as a passenger in the back seat. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, not that comfortable, but acceptable.
Is it today in my E39 WhatsApp chat group? Somebody was talking about buying an F10, and my conclusion was this: an E39 drives better, but the F10 is just such a good all-round daily car.
Yes, yes, you're right.
Yes, it's a very good all-round daily car. Comfortable, spacious, um, good engines, powerful engines. It's a car that you can cover ground very effortlessly.
Yes.
Yeah,
So yeah, bro. Don't go for the 520i. Go for the 528i
yeah,
because it's usually better spec as well.
mm,
Okay, and you got a
mm,
better engine.
yeah,
Yeah, but just generally, this is better spec. A 528i
yeah,
usually have better spec than the 520i's. Yeah. But in this comparison, yeah, I will still pick a 528i lah. It's a better all
yeah.
rounder than the Passat. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So Leroy has been looking.
E92, E93, M3. All right. So Leroy is looking out for either one of these two. All right. They are pretty heard they are pretty reliable, known issues like conrod bearing, actuator, technical. Yes, a lot of the things has been documented. A lot of people know how to deal with it in the M community. These are a very loved car.
Yeah,
I
and
think
yeah,
what?
and the
Okay.
way Leroy framed his question, he's obviously done his homework. So yeah, whatever car you buy, all these issues that you see, you've taken, just take care of it. Assume the previous owner didn't change the conrod bearings, change it preemptively, you'll be fine.
You know what? The E92,
Mm,
E93, right? If you can
mm,
get one, I mean, number one, if you can get one, and number two, you really like it, I think you should get it because BMW will never build an engine like that again,
yes,
right?
it is the only 3 Series V8, not even only M3 V8. It's the only 3 Series V8.
Yeah,
Think about
and I
that.
don't
Yeah,
think they'll. I mean, I don't think. I know they're not going to build anything
they
like
won't.
this in the near
They won't.
foreseeable
We'll be
future.
we'll be lucky if the next M3 is not a four-cylinder.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, if you can go for it, go for it. Prices has been climbing. I remember there was a time the M3s were going for 120, 130. Also got cheap one like the problematic ones lah. But
Mm.
yeah, I mean, go for it. You know, it's not the most agile M3, but the V8 is something special.
Yeah. Yeah. This M3, right? The V8 dominates the driving experience. But
Yeah.
that being said, it's still a dynamically very balanced car. In fact, many years ago, I was in Sepang, right? The M3 V8, if you drive it back to back against an F10 M5, right? The M3 V8 is so, you will feel, wow, so agile, so reactive, so communicative.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So go for it. Right. You'll be happy on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over here. Planning to get first convertible. Yes, congratulations. Budget 170K.
Congrats.
Looking for MX5. Ah, any other options around that price tips for only a convertible?
Okay, Z4s are either too far below or too high above.
Yeah. And then
Boxer is
Boxsters,
out
if
of the
you spend
question.
170K, you're looking at cash buy
Yeah.
987, which becomes a very personal thing because the a lot of 987s kind of feel a bit tired, especially if the
Yeah.
owners don't jaga them that well,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. I think MX5 is a great car,
Mm.
you know. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great car. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
see any other option. Personally, if I have to buy a Z4, I'll go for MX5.
yeah,
If I have to buy a SLK, I'll go for MX5.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's not super powerful, you know. It's not like gonna murder anyone on the toge roads,
Mm.
but the joy of driving in this car is really, really nice. It's so nice to dance with the car. Like, yeah.
Okay, coming back to just now the M3, this one is speaking from experience one. Conrod bearing easily fixed and below 3K. So if any of you guys are thinking of an E90 M3, this is a
Yeah.
figure to take note of. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good to drift and enter Evo Dorito. I tell you, yeah, you're right. M differentials make drifting easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so 170K, go for the Mazda MX-5. I can't think of a better convertible
Yeah.
for that. Things were owning a convertible. MX-5 is I think a fairly straightforward convertible. It's not motor operated, so you have less troubles with the motor.
Yeah.
There's no tips, I guess. Make sure you just coat your convertible top,
Mm-hmm.
oil your joints moving up and down often. It makes it easy to go up and down, but these are simple things. Yeah, Ivan, that one cash buy leh.
I mean, if
But you're right.
if HT here is looking at cash buy, then E46 M3 law.
Yeah. If you can cash buy, yeah, go for E46 M3. For a loan, I can't think of any better car than
Yeah,
MX-5.
because the E46 M3 does have that awesome engine. Awesome engine.
A very tight chassis. I remember driving the M3 with the SMG gearbox, but besides the crazy SMG gearbox, the chassis was tight, nice and tight. Yeah.
Actually, the only thing that counts against the MX-5 as a car is that it does not have an awesome engine. It has a Mazda 3 engine. So that
As
to
a
me,
passenger car engine. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's still a good choice. It's still a good choice.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Okay, moving on. Ruben Ilangovan. All right. Ilangovan. All right. Volvo XC90 B5 or T8 pre-facelift or facelift recommendation, please.
I would
Now
say go for the newest one that you can afford. If you're planning to keep long term, maybe better idea to go for the B5. It's a mild hybrid, right, rather than a full hybrid. But it's a purely matter of choice because the T8 you get better specs. You get better specs with the T8.
I actually like the T8 more than the B5. Because the B5 runs on passive suspension, and I find the passive suspension a bit more, like it likes to do this a bit more.
But the mechanical suspension, right, feels more natural in a way.
Yes, but it does do that, like loing, for me, it gets to me. I like the electronic suspension or the active suspension. For that matter, that's the biggest deciding factor for me versus B5 and T8 . But either way, you can't go wrong . Volvo XC90s are such a plush car. Pre-facelift also good, facelift also good. But if you have the money, go for facelift . Go for facelift.
Go for
really.
the newest one that you can get, right?
Yes. Right.
Okay, FK8. Okay, I've driven the FK8 before. It's wrong for me. I don't agree with the saying that the FK8 handles badly. It does not handle badly, but it's just not as exciting as the FD.
Wait, hold on a minute. If people spin their car on Sepang, okay, let me just say this. If you spin your car on Sepang, either you're gunning too hard or someone is really trying hard and then they spin, or the person don't know how to drive.
Correct.
Or the least one is that the car is not set up well. Okay.
Because car spinning in Sepang can be driver error. Can be driver error, can be like what I said, Thomas said. Set up well.
You can take hey, you know what I heard from a friend from third party. So Zen now, GT driver, right? Then my friend told me that Jen said this, right? You got GTR spinning, like crashing also. Hey, how to crash GTR? Quite hard.
And sometimes it could be any one of these. Driver error, it could be bad setup, it could be bad tires.
Or could be just the car something wrong. But spinning out in the car has more than often nothing to do with the car good or bad. Okay, go Genting, for example. That morning was super wet. I drove my M2 competition like an idiot. I went off to Genting. I was sliding like a madman. I got up to top and came down fine. There was the same day as the M4 that crashed. I'm not saying I'm a good driver, okay? I'm just saying that you need to know where your limits are with a car.
Correct.
Now, if the M4 crashed, does it mean the M4 is a bad car? No, it's a fantastic car, right?
Yes.
Could be also poorly set up. Could be also wrong tires. I don't know. There's so many factors to it. But let me tell you something, my friend, composite cult. The FK8R is a damn good car. But the M235i, I was driving on the track. They run circles around me. They make me look like I'm slow. I'm smashing my brake on my M235i going into corner number 4. And then the FD2R was right beside me. He was still throttling when I was still struggling to get my car to slow down.
Correct.
stock
So
FK8R with Continental tires, means still the same tires that the car came with, and it
so the
outgunned me.
FK8R is to me, it's not right to say the FK8R handles badly.
It's a
Yes,
good
it is right
handles
to
well.
say that the FK8 is not as exciting as the FD2. It will never have the same kind of following as the FD2, but it is a very capable car.
It's a very capable car. So I don't know what your friend is thinking. Sorry, man, but this car is very capable. And you know what's the funny thing? That day I was driving Alex's Ferrari. No, I was driving my M2 competition, and I had a hard time. We had a fun time. We were both driving really nice. Going up from Genting with FK8R, and we're both driving hard and both keeping in the same pace. I'm a 400 horsepower car. That's a 300 horsepower car.
And actually, right, if there's any, I mean, if people ever had any fault on the FK8, is that people say this car is too easy to drive fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too forgiving, not like the FD2R. Yeah. All right. So car handling is good. It's good.
So,
Yeah.
Mr.
Yaris
Scott,
or 3GOI. Sorry.
wow, this one is two different spectrum. 3GOI is your
Two-door,
all-rounder car.
four-door
Yeah.
rally car
Yeah.
versus four-door sedan with sporting capabilities.
Okay, let's put it this way.
What would you pick?
If it's your only car, it's a 330i. But if you're buying it as a weekend, it has to be the GR Yaris.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Straightforward. Yeah. Icon, is it possible to only get my car's interior engine bay cleaned up at Evo Club Car Wash?
Can.
Mo Man
We,
Thai.
I mean, we have our fixed packages, but we also tailor our services to what you need. So can bincang one, no problem. All our services are available on a la carte basis. It's just that it's more worth it to take it as a package.
Right, but can do. They are, and the best part is they do it very often, so it's something they know how to do well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what they do at Evo Club Car Wash. Okay. A lot of people do interior detail cleaning as a by the way business. This is their bread and butter. They do it well.
Yeah. So we also going to add polishing soon,
Polishing soon too, yeah.
Yeah. Next week the crew is going for training. So next week we'll be closing for another few days after Deepawali.
Nice. Buy. E46 3GOI, you can buy.
Oh, buy. Don't have to think. Buy. Yeah.
All right. Looking at the Megane 4RS, so Mark 4, okay. But Singapore dealer only offering non-trophy version. What do you think about the part support value of the car since the RS has been discontinued? I think that Renault will still continue to, if you're Singaporean, because your picture looks like Singaporean, you're talking about Singapore dealer. Of course, Renault will continue supporting. I'm sure they will continue supporting their, because it's they're not going to stop say, oh, sorry, I'm not going to service you. I don't think that's going to happen, right? Very less likely, unless they are in deep financial crisis, which I don't think they probably. I don't know. Okay, but value of the car, there is a potential for it to go up, right? Yeah, I think there's potential for it to go up, and because the people who continue to buy the RS are the people who are hardcore drivers, and the RS offers that kind of driving capacity, driving experience that a lot of hatchbacks are not offering in the future or even right now. Trophy, non-trophy, I think as long as you get the Cup, then you're really safe because the Cup offers a really good like chassis. Trophy, I haven't driven one, I can't say, but I know Sport and Cup is a big difference. As long as you're in the Cup at least, not the Sport, then I think that would be very desirable in the future. Yeah, just Cup. Right? Anything to add?
No. I think when it comes to Renault Megane RS, you are the bigger expert than I am.
Oh, okay. But Cup, just get Cup at least lah. The chassis is different than the Sport itself. You can't mod a Sport to a Cup, like you can't mod a Cup to a trophy, right? Yeah. So Cup.
Prof.
I don't know. I don't like how it looks.
I think I like the M240i better.
But you know what I don't like? I don't like the size of it. My friend showed me a picture. He has an E92 M3 in
Mm,
UK. He races that
mm,
car on track days
mm,
and stuff.
mm,
And
mm,
he took a picture of the car, his car next to a M240i.
mm,
Okay.
mm.
And you'll be surprised the M240i looks very big to a E92 M3.
Hey, actually, right, because this gen, the 2 Series Coupe, because BMW don't have a 1 Series rear-wheel drive anymore, right? They had to base it on a 3 Series platform. Hence, that explains
Yes.
it. Mm.
And
But
I
Thomas,
think, was that?
you should be happy with this new M2 because your resale value just went up.
True. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know about the future about resale value. But all I can say is this: I read some of the articles and looking at the wheelbase and the engine and all-wheel drive and blah 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 whatsoever. I think BMW is trying to make a car that can go fast, which I think
Mm,
it's relevant because one of the issues with the M2 that I currently have, the short wheelbase and that big torque number, just the car does to snap. Right, it's not the most efficient car to go fast, right? But
mm.
with the wider wheelbase and longer wheelbase, the car will be more stable. You can do a better lap time, and no doubt that new M2 will be superiorly faster than the old M2 with a
Yeah,
better
yeah.
engine, S58, blah blah blah. It's going to be faster, no question. But
Mm.
I can't help to feel like that thing that makes M2 so alluring is that flat that chassis that loves to snap, the chassis that likes
Yeah,
to play,
yeah,
that chassis
yeah,
that feels a bit dangerous. That's the
yeah.
appeal of the M2.
You need to be. It's a car that keeps you on your toes, right? When you
Yeah,
drive,
yeah. But I
right?
can tell you something. Uncle YS and I drove up to Genting on Thursday. I drove my Spider. He drove my M2 competition. He was having fun in that car. I was behind him. Was having a lot of
Oh,
fun
I'm
in my
sure.
car.
Someone with his skill value, someone his skill level, right? He will have a
You know,
lot of fun in the car,
every
man.
almost every other corner, I will see two very thin black lines leaving the rear tires. Oh, 2 ringgit. Okay, two
that
fifty
that
ringgit.
that man is a legend. We should be so fortunate that that we have the privilege to be his friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Terry Tan is asking, hey guys, I'm looking at Mazda 3 hatchback 2.0, mainly for my girlfriend to drive to work. We favor this at the moment because its looks. What other options would you suggest? Reliability is the top priority.
No other option really low. If
You
you
want
are if
reliable.
this combo of criteria, right? No other option really low.
Looks, but then reliability is top priority. Okay, Mazdas, I don't think they'll leave you stranded. Okay,
They
will you
won't.
have parts breaking down? Yes, probably. You have probably
Yes.
absorbers, those.
Mazda suspension parts are known to wear pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not mistaken wear and tear and reliability. Reliability means
Correct.
they're both different things. Mazda will
Correct.
have a higher wear on, let's say, absorbers, right? Or certain parts. Okay. But if you like the looks of it, I think you shouldn't be worried too much about it's leaving you stranded, having an issue where you can't drive the car for X amount of time, you know. All right. So yeah, I think it's a if you want the looks and the reliability, yeah, go for the Mazda.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Okay.
No issue at all.
Yeah. Quick
Okay, by the
one.
way, guys, if you're enjoying this, please give us some love, some likes. I know it's just me and Con. We're holding the fort. Bobby and
Yeah,
Tana
man.
can't do it this evening. So we're here to answer
Tana,
as many
I
questions as we
want.
can, right?
Hey, you think Tana is like going to view his 10th E36 or something like that?
Okay, Jundi is asking E20 200 coupe or 530i.
530i drives better, but the E Coupe does feel like the more expensive product.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But because it's not an E300 coupe, which is
Yeah.
usually spec better and stuff, I think I still go for the 530i lah. If it's an
Yeah.
E300 coupe, maybe I'll think E300 coupe. Yeah.
Try to go for it. Try to look for an E300 coupe lah. Try to look for an E300.
And Jundi, I think it depends also is what do you expect out of the car. If you want the car to daily often and then maybe once in a while you want to feel naughty, the E class will not
Yeah.
give you any of the naughty feeling at all, right? Whereas the
Mm.
530i will be decently, I mean, it give you some decent fun lah, decent
Yes.
fun
Yes.
lah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, lor.
yeah,
Actually, yeah, what you see the price, the difference between a 200 and a 300 coupe. Okay, granted, 2 years of difference is is not much. You are better off with the 300 because the 300 is a better spec and down the road better value retention.
Because if it comes down to people buying feature, of course you want to get the 300 more than the 200.
Yeah. When it comes to
Same
value
with X.
retention, right? When it comes to value retention, either way, Mercedes will sure beat BMW already.
But in this question, Jundi, I guess is what you expect out of the car, right? If it's just for you to drive around town, get around, blah blah blah, the coupe will do probably as good a job as the 530i, right? But if you if you think the E200 coupe is sportier than the 530i sedan, then you're wrong because it's not. So it depends what you want. If you don't need the sportiness, whatever, and you want to feel luxe, feel comfortable, go for the coupe, go for the E300 coupe, and then it really feels nice in there. It just feels nice. Yeah. All right. Terrence asking if I talk about Recon E200 coupe Japan specs, high spec, the Austria. Oh, okay. Oh, that's something good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Japan spec actually higher spec.
Yeah,
it could be possible. Yeah. Could be possible. But I think again, E300 will probably hold better value in long run. But if you can get the E300. Yeah. Thank you, Terrence, for your input. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
My friend is selling a C200 compressor 2011 model 55k mileage before 35. So W204 late model facelift.
Is it a legit? Is that mileage legit? Because 35k is very very low.
Well, it could be legit. If it's legit, then let's see what's the prices. But I know this car's hold value pretty well.
This 55k for 2011 model. That is about the market value. That is about the market value because
about market value.
In a way, 2011. No, 55k. You can actually go for a CGI. I think you can get
the 2.0 1.8 CGI lah. The C200 is a 1.8 ma. Yeah. They are around 46,000 to 50,000+. Okay, it's maybe on the higher side, but the mileage is so low, it could be worth looking at, right? But again, low mileage does not always mean the car is good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cars that are not driven often, especially if you're not left alone for a long time, can be problematic.
In a way, so if it's a 2011 model, it cannot be the compressor. It is the turbo already. It's the CGI. So yeah, like CGI, Thomas, like what you think? Yeah.
Is it compressor? Compressor?
Compressor is the supercharged engine. It's the older one.
Or the Blue Tech
No, the compressor, the supercharged one. This is 2011 would be the CGI already. So
the blue efficiency, is it?
That's about the market value. 55k is about the market value. So get the car checked, lor. If the car's condition is good, no major.
Yeah, Gavin Singh, the only concern I have is that this car may be not driven enough. So there could be some issues with the car. So if you don't mind, if you really want it, take that car to and pay for the pre-purchase inspection to see that if there's any bills coming your way if you buy this car as well. Right?
Okay. Agreed.
Yep. And if you're looking for pre-purchase inspection, you can look for any of our Evo Club trusted workshops. Chiang, if you want to flash it. We have a list of workshops that are trusted by Evo. It's all around Peninsular Malaysia, even some in East Malaysia as well. Some of them offer pre-purchase inspection for cars. So they take your car in, they check everything, from engine oil, blah blah blah. Just check the condition. It tells you the true condition of the car. Of course, you have to pay a fee for it, but I would rather say that you're going to commit into a car, you better know what you're committing into.
Correct.
Okay. So, check out Evo Club inspection centers, book an appointment, and then do a PPI on this. Okay.
Agreed. Okay.
Let's see.
Your heart is leaning towards the 997, then you go for the 997.
Okay, are you buying a car as an investment, buying a car to use? If you want to buy a car to use and play and have fun, then go for it. because
Yeah.
I don't
There's
read. It's hard
this
to
one,
say
right?
what value.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong for this two one. It's really a matter of preference because both are cash buys already, right?
Yeah,
Both are more than 10 years old, both are cash buys. It's really at this stage, it's a matter of preference really.
yeah.
Mm.
I prefer the 997 for sure.
Yeah,
I think it
me
looks
too.
better. Looks
Me
more
too.
more proportional. I mean, the 96 also looks quirky and nice, but if you can afford 997 turbo, go for it.
Mm.
996, I've driven it. I sat with Josiah. I've driven it as well. Uh, gearbox maybe a bit not so great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that engine is still potent in the 96.
Mm.
997, of course, still potent. Yeah, I think the desirability of 997 would be more in the long term. Yeah, because it still has that more proportionate look, and the
Yeah.
996 has a
Mhm.
more quirky look, a quiet
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, go for 997 if you if you fancy. It sounds like you fancy a 997. Go for it, but
Yeah,
don't
man.
don't.
Easy choice. Easy choice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you consider when buying the W204 facelift? Condition.
Yeah.
Any cars
Easy.
above 5 years old really is condition already, right?
Correct.
Get it checked out, pre-purchase inspection, right?
Mm.
Service history, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, accident, blah blah blah. Hi, Thomas and Kon, Santa Fe or Sorrento, nice for ride comfort and reliability. Uh, the funny thing is, they are both the same car in its mechanical and its actual
Yeah.
cars. It's actually the same car. Only difference is its design on the exterior, the interior. Is that's the and then it's that's the only thing that is different between this car. There are very known small things different between models to models. Like my dad has
Mm.
noticed the Santa Fe actually is a little bit more pliant on driving, but it's a
Mm.
very small thing. It's not
Yeah.
huge, like
It's really
improvements
a matter of preference, law, I believe.
in
Same
in
engine
Kia's
choice.
in Kia and Hyundai's positioning. I believe
Mm.
I may be wrong. Kia is more of the younger, try
Mm.
to get the younger crowd, and Hyundai is a bit more of the it's a bit more sophisticated. So the word they say, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? Reliability. These cars, the engine is solid. The 2.2 diesel have been around for more than 1.5 decades, I think.
Yeah.
And they improve upon it again and again. The gearboxes get better and better. Just that the 2014 below, the older one, the rounder looking Santa Fe, that car has really bad turbo lag, right? But the
Mm.
more after that, 2014 onwards, the turbos are actually very easy to use, very dailyable. Um, Great ride comfort. Yeah, they ride like Germans.
Yeah.
Um, Between Sorrento and Santa Fe, you won't be able to tell a huge difference apart. They really ride just like Germans nowadays. So yeah, yep, you won't go wrong either way. I will pick the Sorrento just for its looks, and if you
Yeah.
can, pick a later model 2018 onwards. Look for the 8-speed gearbox because it's more fuel efficient and puts power down better.
And
Yeah,
get the diesel engine, of course.
and diesel. Forget the 2.4. Just don't do the 2.4. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Car is too heavy, and that engine is just really outdated
Yeah.
and no direct injection.
No
It's just
turbo. Cannot lah. Cannot.
cannot forget about the
Cannot.
2.4. Yeah.
Mm.
S660 and Copen. Wow, they're both very exotic cars.
Yeah. Very. You're paying a lot of money for very small performance.
I think the Copen is a bit more unique because we see less Copen around.
Yeah.
Uh, I think the S660 is the better looking car. I
Mm.
think.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Look, Ivan Gong say, okay, he's our driving sifu. FKAR can spin one, man. Anyway,
You need to do something very very crazy to get the car to
yeah,
spin.
as I said, must be something wrong with the car, something wrong with the setup, something wrong with the
Yeah.
driver, either one of these three, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi guys, looking for a third car budget below 130k Audi S5 2012. BMW X3 2015. Any issue with these two cars? Thank you. My question is, why are you looking for these two cars for a third car?
I mean,
You
I
know?
can understand the S5 lah, but why the X3? I mean, there are no major there are no red flag issues with either car. But if it's a third car, right? Well, the S5 is a better third car than the X3 lah. Let's put it that way.
But I guess looking at the picture, he probably has two kids and probably want to bring them along, on drives and stuff like that, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So I can maybe see why he wants a car that can fit kids and everything. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming, Sharizal, that you already have two cars that can fit your family in. Okay.
Mm.
So I assume they are 4 doors SUV or something like that, right? Maybe go for a coupe that can fit also everyone in the car and is different, like a 640i.
Hey, actually, right, one of our friends is selling an S5 convertible. He just bought the car, but
Wow.
yeah,
How
yeah,
much is
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
How much
I
is it?
mean, we
I'm
recently
not asking
cleaned up
for.
the car at Evo Club Car Wash. Gary's car. I'm
Is
not
it a
sure if
B8?
it's huh?
Is it a B8 or
B8, 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 S5
B8, right?
B8,
The
the 3.0 V6
2000.
supercharged. Yeah, I think it's the
Oh.
20. It's about this age lah, 2010 to
But,
2012 age lah.
but is it the price of 130,000?
Below,
Below ah.
below.
Sarizal, your answer has came. Look, you
Yeah.
got two cars that probably fit all your family in. You want a third car,
Yes.
right? There's a sense of occasion. You can still take your family in, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Convertible top down. You got a
Yes.
V6
Proper rear
supercharged.
seats. Proper rear seats. Yeah. So do consider that.
Sarizal, seriously, if you're interested, text Kon, go to his
Yeah.
Facebook, text him and say,
Or just
hey, I'm interested
drop
with
a
that.
text at Horizon or at
Seriously,
Horizon. Right?
Sharizal, go
Yeah.
for that. You get a sense of occasion. You want something
Mm.
different. A
Mm.
third car should be vastly different than your second car and the first car, right? And I get it. You want to bring your kids around. A convertible changes your world. Like imagine taking your kids going to just let's see this Saturday or Sunday. You're like, hey, let's go to Pantai Morib, right? And then you just drive. Take the kids, put them in the back, convertible top down, cruising to Pantai Morib, and then you have an amazing weekend. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man.
nice. All right. Okay. Con E46 single Vanos or a W210 E200 compressor.
There's no E46 single one-offs. E46 are all double one-offs. But I would go for the E46 because I'm just more familiar with BMWs. But the 210 is no, the 210 is the last E class I would consider. I'm not a fan of the 210, so I'll go for the E46.
All right. Okay, let's skip down there a little bit. Solid 888 came a few weeks ago. He asked, he has a Mustang. Now I can't remember what Mustang he has. If you had the 5.0 Mustang or 2.3, let us know in the comments below. Right. Have the Mustang tested at 981 and the 718. Not sure worth the upgrade or not. Macam less power, less space, less comfort, but surely better handling. Space, forget, of course, the interior space, the Mustang is bigger, wider and bigger.
Yeah.
Now, this 981, you have to ring the car out for power. You have to drive it above 6,000 RPMs for the power to show itself, right? 718, quite powerful, lah. Yeah. So, what's your conclusion? If you like how the Mustang drives, you should keep it. But I think a car that would make you feel like there's an upgrade, maybe it's a 6 Series, or maybe, let me think. Maybe he likes a Grand Coupe. I likes the Grand Tourer.
Yeah.
2.3 is a 2.3. Maybe he likes a Grand Tourer kind of car.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Grand Tourer car.
So the question is, why are you considering to upgrade from your Mustang? What are you looking for with your next car?
Yeah, it seems like better handling is not something that you want. So What would you like? Would you like a Grand Tourer? Means a
Yeah,
two-door,
it's something that he
comfortable,
likes.
powerful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something that he likes,
Uh,
but it's not. It's evidently not a priority.
mm,
Hmm.
I think can look into certain Grand Tourers if the budget maybe look into a Audi S5,
Hmm.
right? The latest one, the 2.9
Hmm.
RS5, the
Hmm.
RS5, the 2.9 turbocharged
Yeah.
could be a nice replacement for the Mustang. Very comfortable, two doors, good looking, yeah, nice interior. Yeah, that could be a possible Grand Tourer to look at. Yeah. But I get it lah. 981s, right? When you drive it, right, you feel like, hey, where's the power? It's like, wait,
Hmm.
where's
Yeah.
where's the power?
Yeah. Lor. Yeah. Lor. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have to say I mean the first and only time I drove a 718, right? It's like, okay lah, we don't count, not counting a Spider lah. I drove the normal 718 Cayman S, right? It was like nice handling, but the engine lacks that sense of occasion lah.
That's true. But the chassis is so darn good. So
Yeah,
darn
no,
good. I love the
fantastic chassis,
chassis.
fantastic chassis.
Such a fantastic
Objectively,
chassis.
I think
Yeah.
objectively speaking, right, on all objective measures, 718 is a better car than the 981 for sure, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Better car than Mustang around the corners as well. Can leave it for yeah. But again, it's what you want out of the car, and
Hmm.
it depends what do you really want. Mustang is a great looking. It's a great look. I mean, it looks special.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yes. Yes.
uh, and yeah, it depends what you want. Yeah, depends really what you want, right? Okay, let's go back to our older questions. Okay, hi guys, looking for either a Volvo S6 VW Arteon S60 or VW Arteon, right? Or should I be looking at a BMW or Merc? Driving to JB to KL often, mostly single driver. I think, okay, let's look at Volvo S60 or VW Arteon, BMW likely 3 Series or a Merc C-Class, right? I think I
Hmm.
assume lah, because
Yeah.
based on what he picked between the Arteon and Volvo, which is the most comfortable car for long distance journey?
Arteon, no?
Arteon, I think the S60 more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. Arteon or S60 lo, if you are looking for if you want the comfort, right? Arteon or S60 lo.
On highway, the S60 is really nice, but you
Yes.
cannot go above 180 lah. It's illegal to go that fast anyways. Okay.
Yes.
But my pick, not my pick is the S60. I
Hmm.
think the car is superbly comfortable. Of course,
Hmm.
the S90 is more comfortable, but the S60 is really comfortable, and the seats is ridiculous. You can't get that seats on a BMW or on a Merc.
Oh
You
yeah.
can only get it on the S60.
Yeah.
Orthopedic consulted seats.
Yes.
Yeah. Arteon offers something playful a bit,
Hmm.
right? But the S60 offers such an effortless drive on the highway. It's ridiculously effortless on the highway and comfortable. And with the ADAS on the pilot assist on the Volvos, highway miles is nothing. And then if you go KLJB often, dude, I'm Segamat guy, and that if you reach the closer after you go past Malacca, the road becomes 2 lanes, right?
Correct.
And then you have people popping out from the lane, and then you have traffic jams. That's when your pilot assist becomes king. You just turn on the button and you just enjoy yourself in a traffic jam.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go for the S60.
Hmm.
Go for
Uh,
the
I,
S60.
yeah, Thomas makes valid points. My taste, I prefer the Arteon, but the S60 is a great choice.
Yeah, with the pilot assist, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never found a better ADAS than Volvo's ADAS.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, BMW iX ADAS is not bad. Eh?
Really, right? Yeah.
Hey,
Actually,
that
right.
day
Yeah.
after I pick up the car from your house, right, I just drove on LDP and I really lepas tangan. I let the car drive itself. It can handle cucumbers, That was the amazing part. I was like, I say like the taxi in front of me tried to kind of say, I let go, I not going to brake, you see whether the car let you go in or not. So the car will really inch forward. If the other fella managed to force himself in, the car will let it through. But sometimes also the car will like just push forward and not let through one. So it's like it was as if as I was fighting with the other owner, but I looking at us and oh, let me use the car. Yeah.
I noticed that on the iX as well. It's very intelligent. It's very intelligent. Yeah. Considering the BMW 330i 2020, BMW 530i 2019. Hey, by the way, Con, we're knocking out questions, man. We're doing so much work, man. 1 hour already. I think we answered a lot of questions here.
Yeah.
She goes a pat.
Hey, yeah.
Okay, considering a 330i 2020, 530 or 530i 2019, which is more worth it in your opinion? Mainly is comfort. Which car provides more safety and tech? Comfort, 530i lah.
530i is more worth it, more comfort. But the 330i being newer, I think the 330i has a bit more tech loaded into it.
Yes. The 330i boasts quite a lot of new tech, but when it talks about like prime priority is mainly comfort. If you say this,
530i for sure.
530i. Yeah. All right, let's go back to solid 888. Yes, reason for upgrade, batch upgrade. Okay. Can't escape from Thomas' comment on Mustang's handling. Yes, Mustang got a better road presence.
Oh yeah, of course.
You're absolutely right. Right. Batch upgrade lah. Audi lah. I think Audi RS. You got the money stretched to Audi RS. Hey, Chiang, help me check. What was the RS5? Do you still have in the market RS5? I think that's a nice upgrade. It's a batch upgrade for sure.
Oh yes.
Right. And the interior confirm upgrade lah. The Audi's interior are really nice. Right. And that car, the car will freaking fly, man. I tell you.
Oh.
The car will fly. 2.9 to 450 horsepower, turbocharged V6. Yeah, the 445 ringgit, 445,000 ringgit recon, 445.
Not bad.
Let's click that one in. Or 450. Yeah, 450. Daytona Grey. If you got the budget, go for this, man. If you're looking at 718, you are really looking at 380 plus thousand, right? Hey.
Hey, this car looks the part way.
I know Bobby doesn't like this look. I think it's not a bad look.
Wow, the seats! My God!
Yeah, bro. Look at that, bro. Bro, look at that. It's fast, huh? This car is fast.
Oh, yeah.
2.9 liter, 450 horsepower, turbocharged, power on demand. Okay, so maybe you said that the Mustang feels more powerful than the 718. Okay, objectively no. The 718 has, even the base spec 2.0 has more power than Mustang because it's 300 horsepower. But the way it delivers power maybe it's not up to your expectation because like it instantaneous. Hey, this car will give you instant power. You put your foot down, the car will go.
Yeah.
1,000 for 1 horsepower, Eugene now. Yes. 1,000 ringgit for 1 horsepower. Yeah, bro. Yeah. The only thing I won't buy it is because I have a different expectation of a car lah. So the Audi S5 won't match my expectations. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Evening, guys. Planning to get a Japanese Recon 2018 WRX XTI around 230k as a weekend daily. Any thoughts of it? Discontinued. From what I heard, issues falls on the ringland and rod bearings. I know it's not the most reliable Japanese car out there.
Yes. But usually, right, the unreliable ones are those that have crazy mods up. Because Subaru, they are an engineering-oriented company. I refuse to believe that they didn't pay attention to reliability when building their cars.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I know a lot of owners. I know a couple of owners right now. I know a couple of owners. This car do need some work. You cannot just buy and then just like.
Oh yes,
I know. Yeah, yeah. You have to do some research. You gotta up your knowledge about the boxer engine from
correct,
Subaru. Like I learned
correct.
that. I learned that piston number 4 will have cooling issues.
Because of its
Right?
position in the engine bay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
someone had to bypass the cooling system to piston number 4 just to cool number 4 only. Right?
I'm not sure if this is applicable on other Subarus, but with the Forester, right, the bonnet actually has to open 90 degrees because like you change spark plug also, right? Engine have to come up so that you can access the spark plugs.
Hmm.
A lot
There you
of a
go.
lot of common jobs are in normal cars, right? In a Subaru, you have to lift up the engine for the space.
Okay, any thoughts of it since discontinued? I don't think that you have issues finding parts just of yet.
Yeah.
Subaru knows that they have a lot of customers who drive this car. They're not gonna stop producing the parts. And there are a lot
Yeah.
of OEMs out there as well. They know there are a lot of Subaru owners driving WRX STIs, and they're still going to produce these parts, right? So I don't think will be an issue. I think it will be a major disaster if any, or will be a lost opportunity for some companies to stop producing parts for these cars
All
as
right.
well. So I don't think you should
Correct.
worry about that. Right? Hmm. Hey, you want to send your daughter to sleep first? Or
It's okay. Don't worry. Wait.
no, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Why does Merc retain value than Merc retain better value than BMW?
Yeah, not
Hashtag
only retain
Team
better value,
BMW.
more sought after too, despite the higher values.
No, one of my friends today wanted to buy a W205 C200.
Hmm.
And then I asked him how much he said Recon 2018. Con, you will not believe me. 230,000 ringgit.
Ah, serious
He said,
ah?
I really want to buy. I say, bro, you go and buy a new, I recommend you to Prakash. You can go and see a new 320i. We will be loaded with stuff because they're going to phase out that
Yes,
model. And you'll be paying slightly more, 5 years warranty, 5 years,
yes.
and then you get the BSR, but I don't think it's still do BSR, right? But,
It's
you
the
know,
voila 5 years cover your maintenance
and I
and
told him it will be more comfortable than the Mercedes. It will drive better
yeah,
than the Mercedes. It has
of
newer
course.
tech than the
It's
Mercedes,
a new
and your iDrive is way better than that stupid Mercedes. Sorry, sorry, my Mercedes friends. I used to own Mercedes also, but that's
uh,
just if you use an iDrive, the iDrive is so easy to use. Even the new
yeah.
one, you can argue that it's not as good as the old one, but still easy to use. Okay,
Hmm.
but really, but Bashiro, in the end of the day, it is still a Mercedes Benz.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
desirability is in the badge, and
Yeah.
that's all I can say about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mercedes badge value, no two ways about it, is higher than BMW.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's as simple to say that why Louis Vuitton bags are very nice and expensive.
Yeah.
People buy it and then they want to,
Yeah.
you even resell it, got second value just because it's Louis Vuitton. I can
Correct.
get someone to custom make a very nice leather bag, right?
Yeah.
But end of the day, it's not a Louis Vuitton, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And Mercedes has that lah. It commands that the C class especially, and then the A class and the
Yeah.
entry levels, they do command because it's the entry
Correct.
level into the luxury brand. Yeah. Right. Okay. C300 Coupe 205 facelift or Mustang 2.3. Which car is more fun for weekend car? Should I consider the 330i G20 for the fun
Actually, the
driving?
330i is the most fun of these three choices.
You know what?
Why?
What? Go ahead.
Actually, right, if you're looking at this, why not consider a previous Gen 430i?
Or 428i. 430i is a bit
Yeah.
more rare, but 428i also can get, yeah.
Oh,
M340i. If you have the money lah. But what's the price of a W205 C300 Coupe? It's not this price. Yeah. Okay. Alif, I give you a context. when I wanted to buy a nice sporty car, I want to upgrade from my 118i, I wanted to buy a 911 at that point, but I realized that there's too much money for I wanted to invest my money. So I said I'll let go of the 911, 991.2, all right? And then I said, let me go for something else. So one day I was walking around the mall and then there was a showroom, there's road show showing the C300 coupe. I was like, damn, that car looks nice. Then I walk in and sit in the car. I was like, damn, the interior is super nice. The wooden interior, open port. I was like,
Mm.
whoa, this is super luxurious. So the salesman looked at me and said, like, oh, we got only this amount of, I wanted white color. I said, oh, we only got this many white color. I said, I book one now. So I paid my booking fee, the booking fee. I think it was 3,000 or 5,000 ringgit. I booked it because it's
Mm.
CBU. And then I said, I will confirm with you after I test drive the car. Today I'm busy. I won't do test drive. So I came back the next week and I did a test drive. And then I said, can I have my money back? If it's a weekend car and you want to drive it, like a little bit of fun, the
Yeah.
steering wheel is so untuned. I don't like the steering wheel. It just doesn't tell you where you're going, especially during high
Mm.
speeds. It's very vague, not
Yeah.
intuitive. And just by that itself, it really kills the whole experience. Just by that. That's
Yeah.
the engine, not great too, right? But it's just the steering
You
wheel
know,
just really doesn't do it for me. Yeah.
Thomas, honestly, right? The previous gen 1.8 CGI feels like a nicer engine.
Yeah, you're probably right. And also the steering wheel is more intuitive than the 205.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
205 pre-facelift, they say facelift, the 9G-tronic, but the pre-facelift gearbox is stupid. Sorry, very I had the 7G-tronic.
You ready to land it?
Choose the right gear. Come on. Yeah. All right. But anyways, weekend car. Unfortunately, the 330i is the most fun among all of this. But if you can, like Con say, go for 428i. You will still
Yeah.
get a coupe, and it drives really well too.
Yeah.
Right. But for 200 and how many K? 240,000, 220,000. Was it?
Yeah. I guess so lah. That's about the price range lah, right?
Right. Let me invite you to stretch your budget just a little bit more. Right. To
Two.
try something that is a coupe and is associated, when you hear this car's name, it is well associated with performance. Look for a stretch a bit, go to 270,000, maybe 280,000, 260,000. You can get a BMW M2. An M2.
Serious.
Yeah, you can get it for
What age?
270,000. 2016 one for 200, 260,000, 270,000. You can get an M2.
Wow, I like the
Synonymous.
330E try to select masuk, man.
Huh?
Yeah, go back to the top. The 330E try to select masuk.
Ayah, mana boleh. Ayah. Hey,
Naughty.
this car, you got coupe. You want weekend car? Got. You want drama? Got drama. You turn corner, you throttle early, got drama. This car,
Yeah,
right?
not bad,
And you can learn with this car. You can grow with this car. You can increase your driving skills. You can go for driving classes. You can. It's a car that helps you learn and grow.
Thomas, what is the price gap between the normal M2 and the M2 competition now?
Big. Not that big lah. Okay lah. M2 competition is 380 to 420 nowadays.
Okay lah, still reasonable, still reasonable.
Right. M2 is around M4. You can do M4 if you like to as well, but it's a bit older lah. Your loan probably smaller as well.
Older, bigger, more.
M4 probably is
more
an easier car to drive than the M2. Okay,
Yeah.
it's easier.
Less
Okay,
playful.
less playful, but I think it's plenty loads for people who are first getting into an M car.
Yeah.
The M4 is plenty loads. All right. But either way, M2, M4, it won't go wrong. I would
Yeah.
lean towards the M2 because it's a smaller chassis and I just love it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it has more sense of occasion than any of these three cars over here. Either M4 or M2 has a bigger sense of occasion from these two cars. Don't be intimidated by the 3-liter road tax. It's just 2,000 ringgit. Really, it's
Yeah.
like you're paying additional 1,600 ringgit more for a hell lot more of fun.
You
right?
put it this way. You buy a C300 coupe, right? What is the monthly installment? Can't be less than 2K or so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
So think
then
of it as a 13-month installment.
yeah, and then you get a proper 6-cylinder engine, right? A nicely done chassis that is built to have fun, they're built to perform. Whereas any of these cars over here are a compromise for performance. Think of what I said, right? Any of this
Yeah.
car here is like it must fulfill daily use, and then it's a coupe or have some performance, right? Ivan Kong say Thomas become Angel fan. Come on, Ivan, you have to agree with me,
I think
right?
Ivan is a better M salesman than Thomas.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's move on. Hi, Lysine is saying, hi guys, looking for a small car for my wife to daily, but have some fun during the weekend. Budget 250K new. What's your recommendation? GTI, A250, or 320i? GTI.
GTI lor. If you want fun, then GTI lor.
Yes, it's a very dailyable car, extremely dailyable car,
Yeah.
right? And then you have fun. 320i can have fun too, but I feel it needs a bit more oomph, you
Yeah.
know, right? A250, sorry. You know, when I sold my C43, I was before I got my E30, I decided to sell my C43 already. I haven't really sold yet, but I've decided already. I think what can I replace my C43 with? Okay. And I knew the GTR was a very good companion to my Spider. You know, I knew it was going to be a good companion for my Spider. And then I said, you know what? I don't want to downgrade my batch. I want to stay in the Mercedes family, right? So I went to test drive an A250, I was like, okay, yeah, let's try an A250. Then I drove it around. I keep quiet, Then the salesman asked me, so how? I said, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. He's like, why? There is nothing in the A250 that does better than a Golf GTI, even at the Mark 7.5.
Yeah.
And he's like, really? This car a lot of power, ma. Yes, on paper, more power. But the way the Golf goes feels more urgent when you want it to be urgent.
Hey, but
And
that being said, the A250 right now, I remember one of my impressions I drove that car is that the engine it really pulls, man. Even though it's not a 35
yes,
or 45, but it really pulls.
but it
Yeah, lor.
sounds bad. When it pulls, it sounds bad. The engine is telling you, don't make me go fast. But the Golf GTI says, yes, I love it. Throttle, let's go, right? The
Yeah.
A40, A250 is like,
I would say go for the GTI
ah.
lah. GTI has more driving talents.
Yeah,
Ah,
but
the
I
Sifu has
think the
spoken.
GTI is more comfortable too than the
Oh yes,
A250.
yes.
Yes. So A250, sorry, Golf GTI. Golf GTI,
Mm, yeah.
right? Yeah, Golf GTI. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I need to get a drink. BRB.
Okay, okay,
Right, please hold the fort for a minute. Let me get a
okay,
drink.
okay, okay. Okay, Eric, car has headlight stains internally within the casing. Okay, I our team we don't have the expertise to open headlights yet, but we can intro you to WRC lighting. CSB Pro also can. I'm not. They have CSB Pro also has the capability, but I'm not sure if they'll take up the job. But yeah, you can go to WRC Lighting or CSB Pro, or you can pass your headlights to us. We can help you charry the people to do it. But I don't have the in-house expertise to do it. I just know where to find people to do it. Yeah. So come, let's take on the next question while waiting for Thomas. Get is a good choice, or end of story. My we switch to MX5, you win in life already.
You can't go wrong with MX5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what's the best about MX5? Is
yeah.
that if you don't like it, next year you sell it, you won't lose much, or you might even retain the
Correct,
value,
correct,
right?
correct. Moses V, you're having a 2010 Vios using this car for rough use, 50 to 70K. Looking at the 2015 Corolla Altis, not a bad choice, reliable choice. You can also, of course, at that price range, can you get a Civic also? I mean, just as an alternative.
Civic is
The
slightly more expensive.
Yeah.
Also pass up I think. Civic tend to hold better value in that segment.
Yeah. So Civic for 50 to 70K gets you how old car? 2016 car. So actually you can consider the Civic. 2016 Civic.
Damn, Civics, man. 2017, 86,000 ringgit.
Yeah, lor.
Woo.
Oh, but there's one here I see 2016 going for 62. So there is something else to consider also lah. 2015 70, 2013 70, 2016 70. So yeah, you can consider that as an alternative lah. Okay, Aiden asks, Corolla or Mazda 3? Corolla quite good value for money, as a good suspension, but Mazda 3 has more power, better gearbox, and GBC plus. The only thing that the Corolla has better and is much better than the Mazda 3 is the suspension. My opinion, the Corolla handles better than the Mazda 3, but in every other measurable aspect, the Mazda 3 feels like a superior car.
Mazda 3 looks like a 300,000 ringgit car.
Yeah.
The hatchback, especially the hatchback, it just looks like a 300,000 ringgit car.
Yeah.
The Mazda 3 may not be a better handling car, but it's a more playful car between the both.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
The Mazda 3 have some sort of Megane feels to it,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The rear is a bit more playful because of the torsion beam suspension.
Oh yeah. But the Corolla is probably, again, Toyota style is like to have it planted on the rear as you go through the
very
corner.
planted. Rear double wishbones. The rear light when you throw it around the bend, it feels like it sits on the rear one. It's like it gives you the confidence to really gun it. The Corolla
I think sorry, Corolla suspension is,
to me, is the best suspension in the segment.
I think it depends what you like, Aiden. For me, I'm single guy. Even when my parents come to KL, I just force them to sit in my Mazda 3 and drive them around. They complain whatever. It's just one day, right? So I'll take the Mazda 3 because it looks so darn good. It looks so freaking good, and it's playful, so I can throw it around the corners and have fun with it, right? But I guess if you are going to always fetch people around, I think the Toyota is you can't. Yeah, I actually always like Toyota's chassis a little bit more than Honda's chassis in this segment.
Yeah.
Even the Camry Accord as well. I always love the Camrys more than the Accords. Yeah. Every time I get a Grab also, I'm like, oh my god, there's a Camry. I'm so happy. I'm very happy. I get Accord. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think it comes on the personal preference lah. Yeah. Okay, weekend car. Which would you buy for 1 million? 650. Okay, McLaren 650 or 570S, 458, 911 Aston V8 Vantage. Oh, this is exciting. Okay.
I'm a 911 man, but in this kind of company, it's very difficult to ignore the others.
Okay, let's talk about the beauty of 911s. 911s are probably the most and the least intimidating of all these choices. You can do everything. It doesn't feel claustrophobic.
Yes.
It has enough power, albeit not the most powerful. It is the most livable of all these cars around here. And it looks good. 992 all looks good. Right? But if you say weekend car, okay, depends what kind of driver you are. 992 can be also quite fun to drive on the weekends also.
Yes.
Personally, the most exciting car of all this is the 458.
Correct.
The one that will make you
1 mil now still.
Around there. The one that will make you think, oh my god, it's the weekend. I want to drive this car. Ferraris have that.
The 458 is the most exciting choice here, for sure.
360, 430, 458s, they make you want to get in the car and you want to drive that freaking car. Right? It's but it can be for the uninitiated, it can be very intimidating to drive this car, especially I don't know about the 488s and stuff like that too much, but I think those are very easy to get in and drive. I think the Romas are a bit 911-ish already. And Con, you drove the Roma, right? And the
Yeah,
you drive,
yeah.
yeah, it's very 911-ish. It's very
It's
less
very mature.
intimidating.
The car is very mature.
Yeah.
Mm.
458 also quite refined already compared to the 430s and the 360s.
Yes.
But man, I tell you, you get in the car, you drive that freaking 458, you want to drive it again and again and again. Yeah. If you ask me, bro, I'll go for the 458 without in a heartbeat. In just a heartbeat, I'll get the 458. Um, yeah, it's something about Ferraris, especially the NAs, right? When you drive it, right? I'm not talking about the modern ones. When you drive it, right, your heart longs to drive it again.
Yeah.
Driven the 720S, I mean, I haven't driven the 650 and the 570s. I never long to get back into one of it. But my
McLaren.
heart today wants to get back in the 458, in the 360. And I recently also tested a 430. I long for that feeling,
All right. All right.
you know.
In terms of sheer capability, like all the stuff that you can measure, your track times, whatnot, the McLarens are probably superior. But it is the Ferraris that always evoke the more emotion.
It's the way they make, I don't know how to explain. It's the way they made the chassis and the engine together. It's an art that the Italians do extremely well. When you throw around the corners and when you're throttling out and you trail braking, the chassis is telling you so much. And that noise, just that V8. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right? It's like a drug. Aston Martin V8 Vantage, I don't know. I haven't driven it before, so I can't say much. But the
Mm.
looks good. I mean, it's
Mm.
handsome. It's really handsome. Probably the most handsome among all these things. So it depends what you want. You want something unintimidating, 911, easy to drive, get around, 911, right? Vantage looks the best among this lot. The 570, 650, I don't know. I just feel that I think it's very serious. Okay. If I get the whole McLaren language right, very serious, like Concept, tick all the boxes, do track very well. But the 458 is the one that tickles your heart the most. It's the
All right.
458.
All right.
If you are a driver, if you're a guy who likes to push the car and drive and drive and drive, the 458 probably tickles your heart the most. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. I'll very quickly answer this one. Tony, I will always say, go with your heart. End of story. Just go with your heart. Right? Because if you go with the sensible choice, end up right, every night you will go to sleep thinking of the MX-5 RF, and then you'll be like, eventually you will also be put to go for the MX-5 RF. So you might as well do it now.
Tony, I want to give you a perspective. Okay, now I know it sounds a bit gloomy if I start this, but I want you to take it in a eye-opening way. Okay, you're 45. Okay, and you probably can experience 30 years of really active time. Okay, let's say, I mean, think about it. You have limited time. All of us have limited time. That's not me and
Yeah.
you, right? I'm talking about myself as well. And if you drive a Mazda, okay, imagine what you could have done with an MX-5. Roof down, driving around in the morning or at night after work, you're just cruising home, blasting music, or just taking in the night the night breeze, or going down to the beach and just looking at the stars. Okay, imagine all the things that you can do with an MX-5, right? Just imagine all that you can do. Then when you buy a Mazda 6 wagon, yes, it's a better car, more sensible, blah, blah, blah. But you cannot have any of that experience in MX-5, and there's no money that can buy you back that experience.
Correct.
It's a lost opportunity to experience that. That is more expensive than money or being sensible. Look, sports cars are not sensible. They're never sensible. They're not sensible. They're emotional. They are emotional things, right?
Correct.
But if that's what you really want, and if you want to count the number of years that you get to enjoy, and you want to enjoy it to your best, there's no money value in that. It's like I bought the Spider. Last weekend I went to Genting twice because I love it. And in fact, I I went all the way down from Genting. I went for a big ride. I came up to Gotong again, right? Why not? Right? I bought the car
Yeah.
to enjoy it, right? I'm not
Yeah.
going to be counting. I mean, if you get to your deathbed, you're not going to count like, oh, how much money I saved. Did I did a sensible choice and stuff like that. I mean, I want to know if I enjoyed my life, right?
Yeah.
You know, so you're 45,
I mean,
man. Enjoy.
yeah. If the MX-5 RF is beyond your budget, that's a different story. Then you have to go for the thing that's next closest, or something that sets you on the path towards that dream. But you are already in a position to afford the MX-5, and that is something that tickles your heart. No brainer already.
Yeah. Get a sports car. Get a MX-5, man. Yeah, man. Tony, go for it. Seriously, if that's what you really want, your heart tells you you want it, and you
Yeah.
know you're 45, I'm sure that you're able to pay lump sum cash, and I'm sure that you have reached a point of life that you are a responsible man. You know, you're not gonna, throw your life away and like do stupid things. This is for you to enjoy, right? It doesn't mean enjoyment is not sensible too. It doesn't mean enjoyment
Yeah.
means you abandon your duties as well. It's just that
Correct.
you give yourself a space and time, reward yourself, right? Tony, go
Correct.
for it. And you
Correct.
sound like a sensible man. You sound like a very responsible man. It's time to yourself. It is your duty to let yourself enjoy life as well. Go for it. And I can tell you something. You're probably going to see a better value retention on the MX-5 than the Mazda 6 wagon too.
Correct. And once you've had your fun with the MX-5, that is when you can think of the sensible choice after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. Which question is, which car is better, Mazda 3 High Plus or Gold R Line? Golf
means
R
golf,
Line.
typo.
Okay. All right. Want a city driving and occasional road trips. I think the Golf will do better in road trips.
Yeah. Yeah, lor.
The Mazda is not a very comfortable car, unfortunately, due to its torsion beam. Yeah, so the Golf will probably boast better comfort in its chassis, and the Golf's chassis, what is the chassis? What's it called again? The chassis name, the platform.
MQB.
MQB is really nice. So yes, yeah. And now with the new Golf R Line has a torque converter, then the DSG worries is less
It's not even
apparent,
there
or
anymore.
not even there anymore. So yeah, go for the Golf if you want the occasional road trips to be very comfortable compared to your Mazda. Your Mazda 3, people who sit behind there is going to complain. Okay, people who sit behind there are going to complain, right? But the Golf R Line, they'll be okay. Right? And the boot space in the Golf is way bigger than the Mazda 3 as well. I've got to say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, new MX-5 or save for 718 S Recon for a few years' time will go automatic option for either, considering Malaysian air traffic using as weekend car. John, go for MX-5, and when you have the funds, sell the MX-5 and get the 718.
My thoughts exactly too.
Yeah. MX-5 is not a car that will lao sai in its value. Okay?
Yes.
It won't.
Yes. Why not? And if you are considering both, why not enjoy both? You see, right now you can afford. You know very well what you can afford the MX-5 now. You can't afford your 718, so you buy the MX-5 now. When you can afford the 718, you trade your MX-5 in for the 718. End of story.
Absolutely.
End of
and
story.
John, I know it's again a very grim way to look at life. Let's say if doctor tell you you're 1 year, okay, that's what now. You look in the future, say, oh, I got 1 more year to live. Are you gonna say I'm gonna wait for my 718? No, you enjoy it right now, right? And it sounds like you are also in the financial capacity to own one. So go for it. Go for it. You're not gonna lose a lot of money in between. Mazda MX-5 retains value very, very well, especially the NDs, right? New MX-5. I mean, the NCs and the NBs are holding value so high. I can't possibly see the NDs dropping so low anyways. Right? Cannot. So yeah, enjoy your MX-5. Like Kon said, trade it in when you have the balance to get a 718. And you know what? You probably might even work harder because it's like, man, I'm loving this life so much. I can't wait for the next convertible to appear in my life. You work harder, work smarter.
Maybe by then, right, you'll be like thinking, oh, I don't want 718 already. I want 911.
Oh, yo. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
MX5, I gotta say something though. MX5 will be one of those cars, right? 10 years later on, people will look back and say, well, I really want that car. It
Mm.
has that look that people want, right?
Yeah.
It has that look that they have that look that is so desirable. People want it, you know. I think 10 years down the road, people will look at the ND and say, man, that's a good looking car, right? Yeah. Okay. Thomas becoming an M salesman. Today's both hosts are BMW owners. uh, oh, nice Mercedes getting shot down. Don't get me wrong. Uh, I mean there are some Mercs that I like to root on now. You know, I like to see Mercedes, you know, come out with. I mean, AMG's GTS are also they're also quite baller, lah, right? You know,
Actually, I don't mind. I don't mind an E-Class coupe as a workhorse. You know, as a
hey, E-Class could be very comfortable. Yeah.
yes, yes,
Just that
yes.
people like me, right? We cannot accept a car that cannot be thrown around the corners. That's me,
Oh yeah,
Thomas.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
I
I
speak
mean
about
I will
Thomas.
still have my BMs for my weekend, but I do see an E coupe as something that is it's a nice, car to get around and be seen in. It's a car with,
Yes,
yeah, that looks
yes.
expensive.
Hey, it feels expensive, man. The
Oh yeah,
interior,
man.
my God. Whew. Yeah. I'm an avid BMW fan since forever, but I'm seriously considering to go for the new Ranger Raptor 3.0 V6 583 Newton meters of torque. What's your thoughts?
Well, go for it, man. This is like think of the Ranger Raptor as the M3 of pickup trucks. Wider body. I mean, it's different body,
It can't drive like
different
an M3.
suspension, different. I mean, I'm analogy lah versus
Okay. Different
Raptor versus
suspension,
regular Ranger. Right?
different
Suspension,
engine.
yeah. Not interchangeable parts. You cannot just take Raptor parts and you jump up into a Ranger. Interior parts probably can, but the mechanical bits that make the car move, you can't interchange them. Yeah.
But
So it's
then it would not drive like a sports car, right?
it won't. It won't.
Yeah.
But it drives like a sports car relative to the regular Ranger.
It feels like a gangster lah. You go on the highway,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
Black
But
color.
yeah,
You
yeah,
play on the highway.
yeah. Oh,
Get out of my
this is
way.
yeah. This is a truck you buy, right, to show that I can afford a ~250,000 pickup truck.
And I fetch nothing behind.
Thomas, do you know that I heard there were people who put booking were ready to pay 300 grand for this car.
Wow. It is a handsome looking car lah. And I sat in one the new one of my friends got it, and then he picked me
Yeah,
up in this car. We drove around a little bit, like, yeah, it's a great car. Yeah,
yeah.
if I have to go in the jungle, I tell my dad, hey, screw your diesel engines, I'm getting a 3-liter Ford Raptor Ranger.
Well, it's the only petrol-powered pickup truck in the market right
Our
now. So
toge in our toge in our dragon fruit orchard.
yeah,
yeah. I think it's unique lah, bro.
it's unique.
Pritipal,
Yeah,
yeah, unique. It is a lot of great value for money. I'm not gonna deny it. V6 3.0, and it's a
mm,
handsome looking car. You know,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and
And
you
you
know
know
it
what?
has
Pickup
that.
trucks has stopped becoming a utility vehicle. It's become a lifestyle to sometimes
Oh
own a
yes,
pickup truck.
yes.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if you're buying a pickup to go to for a workhorse, you are still better off with a D-Max or a Hilux. But
Mm.
if you want a pickup truck with to enjoy a bit more modern comforts, refinement, and tech, the Ranger is the one you look at. I mean, what this thing has big a touch screen lah, digital cluster, and you know what's the nice thing? It has that little a panel of switches at the top, at the roof that you trigger it like like an airplane cockpit, the rocker switch, tuck, 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 tuck. You use those switches, right, is to connect accessories. So let's say you can pass on spotlight or whatever. You connect to the switch, it's already pre-wired into the fuse box already. One.
Mm.
So you can install accessories without voiding your warranty.
Wow. And
Yeah,
then that's how utility vehicles should be treated. Like you need to
yeah,
have your own utility setup for your car.
correct, correct,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, go for it, bro. And I heard that even they reworked the gearbox issues because the 10 speed
yes,
used to have issues and then they
yeah,
reworked all those.
mm,
So it
yeah,
should be okay lah, right?
yeah.
Okay. Kon Thomas, what's your opinion on BMW new hybrid GLC 300, Audi new Q5 hybrid, and used Macan?
Makan lor, don't have to
Macan
think
lah.
lor. Makan lor, because at the
I
end of
mean,
the day,
It's smaller than this too. It's smaller than the Q5. It's smaller than the GLC, right?
it's a Porsche.
Yeah.
It's a Porsche, man. End of
The
story.
way it rides, the way it drives
Yeah.
and rides, and but you know, I think the 2.0 is my favorite engine in the Macan. Try the
Mm,
V6, a bit lazy, especially the older one. I mean, the
yes,
preface, the
yes,
first gen Macan. The 2.0 is
yes.
suitable for this car, lah. Yeah,
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 it's good enough. Good enough.
yeah. But you know, I don't know about the new hybrid GLC. I haven't driven it, or the new Q5. Xiang is, but Macan offers very. It's just so well put together, lah. I don't know how to
Yes,
say. It's just
yes.
so well put together.
And yeah, yeah, yeah. Makan lah. No, no question lah. No question at all.
But it's small, lah, bro. The Macan is small, lah. The rear
Mm.
seats, the heat space, a bit
Ah,
small for me. If you're carrying a lot of people, Macan is not the most comfortable. Probably the
fair
GLC and
enough.
the Q5
Fair
offers
enough.
better space, right? Practicality wise, Macan always going to lose, lah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
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 He wants to buy an A class, second-hand CBU A class or the new CKD A class. No difference if you ask me. But go for the A250 lah if you can afford it.
Mm.
Hmm.
And if you don't really mind the batch, go for Golf GTI.
Oh, but CKD is the sedan. This one is the sedan already.
Oh, sedan ah. Oh, okay,
Sedan.
okay, okay.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think it's much of a difference. And then
Yeah.
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 Brandon Lee is asking, "Hello guys, should I sell my Jazz GK5 because the market price is quite good now, or wait until the loan finish after 3-4 years? Right? Not sure about the Jazz can hold value in the future or not. The question is,
Yes.
Brandon, what would you buy after that?
Yes. What are you
Right?
looking at? I mean, the Jazz will hold value one. It's a Jazz, and someone now in Malaysia they're no longer selling it, right? The value will hold. And I always tell people one, if you can ask this question, means that in your mind you're ready to sell the car really. So
So,
the
what car do you want to get?
exactly, yeah, yeah.
All right. Marvin's asking, "Hi guys, thinking of getting a convertible. Current choice the MX5. However, I'm concerned that the car will be underpowered, as I'm used to turbo cars around 300 horsepower for weekend drives." He has a
Okay.
point.
Here's my advice, Marvin. If that's the case, right, make sure you keep one of your 300 horsepower cars around. Then you're okay because you still have your 300 horsepower cars for whatever to handle your
No,
power.
Con, I disagree.
Hmm,
If you have tasted 300 horsepower, you know,
hmm,
let's say NA now, to forget about the world charger.
yeah,
As much as I loved, okay, someone asked me this question before. Thomas, how was it about MX5? Amazing. I love the car. I love the MX5. So driver's car, the roll is beautiful. I love the way MX5 drives. Then they
yeah.
asked me, Thomas, would you own one? I'm like, no lah, cannot own it.
Actually,
Not
Thomas,
because it's a bad car.
it comes to what we said earlier, right? The MX5 is a great handling car, but it has a distinctly ordinary engine.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think for someone like Marvin, who's used to turbo cars around 300,
Hey,
yeah,
yes, yes, a Z4.
I would
The
say
Z.
more if your budget can afford, go for 718. Yeah,
Mm, mm,
yeah.
yeah.
What other convertible cars? I get what Marvin is saying, because as much as I really enjoy uh uh uh, Mazda MX-5, the challenge really comes is that, well, I would like to drive it a little bit faster. You know,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I totally get what you mean.
the chassis is great. Like throwing into corner, coming out of the corner, it's like wow, amazing, beautiful, wow, wow, wow. And in the moment, you have a lot of fun. But then you're like left sometimes. Sometimes I'm left like, I could just feel. It's not that I want the MX-5 to have more power. That's not the point. I think the MX-5 is perfect for its power. Okay,
Mm.
don't get me wrong. It's just that on a personal level, I wish I enjoy a little bit more power. Right?
Yes, I agree with what I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Mm. But the chassis is
So,
really enjoyable. Like it's such a well done chassis.
mm,
I mean, put it next to a Z4 SLK. I'll pick this anytime.
mm.
Yeah, yeah.
But actually, if let's say like power is a concern, right? He can consider a Z4 lah.
Mm.
Mm,
Z4 lor, or 718 lor. 2.0
mm,
also, okay, 300 horsepower also, turbocharged.
yeah.
Oh,
In
Alfa
the
Romeo.
Chiang.
Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
Okay, from many people's feedback of driving the car, um, uh, the car could be tuned better. The engine is actually not bad, but the carbon fiber and the chassis just could be better tuned. And it seems like they don't have run out of time or money to tune the car, put it together. You know, but
Mm,
yeah, this will be very special, bro. Like it's not 300 horsepower, but it will feel fast because that car is light,
yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 718 lah. Or if you have cash buy, you can afford 500,000. Maybe get a 360 Spider. You know,
Oh.
right? Yeah, just throwing some things
Yeah.
around. Or M4 convertible.
Yeah.
Oh, the damping of MX-5 is really good. Yeah.
Oh yes. So this is something that is unique to the MX-5. It is the chassis is very very well balanced. You can enjoy the MX-5 as a weekend car and as a daily car.
Mm.
And yeah, I don't think any other convertible at this price point has the same kind of talented chassis that the MX-5 has.
And I like what MX-5 is the way they tune the suspension, right? Is that when you go through bumps, right, it doesn't do the bump steer, it doesn't jump across.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it rides really well around the corners, doesn't jump around. Yeah. This
Hmm.
this is a different Chi Yang is showing some extreme stuff. All right. Yeah, MX-5 is very decent
Yeah.
on bad roads. Just don't expect airmatic kind of comfort lah. All right.
Yeah.
Then you'll be fine. Okay,
But
but it
MX-5
does.
shows us how to make the best out of a mechanical suspension.
Yep.
Hmm.
981 or 718. Heard the 791 will be rare in the future being any. Would you suggest as a better
I
drive for
think
value?
I think Thomas and I are both in the 981 camp lah for this argument.
Okay. Leon Chu. 981 718, let's get it straight. 718 is a superior car in its handling and its steering. Even for pure speed, the 718 is just a better car.
Yeah.
Objectively, you cannot argue one way or two or the other. The steering rack of the 718 is a big. That 981 is nice, but 718 steering rack is so good and fast. It's just so intuitive to drive the 718. Okay, but 981, as you said, like say, there's an NA in there, a naturally aspirated.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes it.
Yeah.
You have to really squeeze the car for power. But let me
Mm.
tell you something. I was driving my Spider last Saturday. I was testing out my new KW suspensions. There was a 981 Boxster 2.7 keeping up with me. I'm driving like 70% on my Spider. Keep in mind, my Spider is 375 horsepower. And then the Boxster 2.7 is around 270 horsepower. 100 horsepower is down. And he's keeping up with me. He's driving really hard. Okay, you can see he's driving really hard, but he's keeping up with me. Okay. But that guy knows how to use the car. It must be
Yes,
somebody who knows how to use the car. You have to throttle the car, squeeze every rev out of the car,
yes.
right? Be in the right rev range around the corner. You have to set your car up for the corners, right? Yeah.
Actually, I
Better
think
drive,
yeah.
better drive, 718 drives better. For
Hmm.
fun, for pure enjoyment, for 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 just enjoying. The reason I love my Spider is that there's so much enjoyment in the car. Is it the fastest upgunting? I think my M2 competition goes faster upgunting, right?
Hmm.
I think the 718 GTS or S will go faster upgunting than my Boxer Spider. No question about it. But fun, I like as a personal preference, I like the sound of NA lah. Can't run away from that lah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think Thomas sums up my opinion also. The 718 is a car that you will be able to use more of its performance on a daily basis. The 981 is a car you have to tekan hard to really enjoy it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Hmm. But I really like the 718 chassis lah. I cannot deny how easy is it to drive the car on its limit easier than as
yeah,
the 981. 981 is a bit less. It's not as it's more vague, but the
mm,
718 is way sharper. But again,
yeah.
like you're really like splitting hairs. I mean, you must be pushing the car so hard to really know how to get
Actually, for me, the only thing not satisfying about the 718 really is the engine. To me,
yeah.
it's the engine. Yeah,
The, the 718 is such a sharp car.
yeah,
Handling, steering, everything, braking is so sharp.
yeah,
The only thing that's blunt in the car is the engine.
yeah,
Yeah. So it kind of kills the experience for me, lah.
yeah, lor,
But
yeah, lor.
but if you just drive it fast, I mean, it's still an enjoyable car. It's still an enjoyable car. Should the 981 didn't exist, the 718 is a very good car.
Mm.
It's a very good car, yeah. Yeah, you will feel like, whoa, great sports car, good value for money. But if you look at the predecessor, it's like, oh my god, that car sounds so
Mm.
nice. Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Thank yeah.
Good luck.
Okay. But yeah, bro, it depends on what you like. If you like the ease of power, I think the best way to Leon, I think is very subjective. Drive both. Drive
Yeah.
both. Or
Mhm.
if you cannot drive both, ask a friend who has a 981 to let you taxi, sit beside them and see how they and experience the 981, right? Then go test drive a 718, right? Uh, because end of the day, you can talk about value. Oh, this car go out in value, that car go out in value, but in your heart, you didn't enjoy the car. Because I
Yeah.
know
In the end,
people who tested the 2.7 or 3.4, they said, Thomas, the car no power one. Like solid triple eight say, hey, 981 no power one. All right. I know people like this. Then that car is not for you. You know?
correct. Correct.
And then so even you counting your value going up after many years, your heart not happy. Then
You
what the
don't
heck you
enjoy
own the
the
car
car.
for
What's
what?
the point? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Chu Yang is a good example. He tested the 718 and 981 and he concluded the 718 suits him better.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yep. And he concluded he likes the 718. But someone
Yeah.
like Thomas don't like 718, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Let's
shall we take the last question before we go, dude, where's my car?
yep. Okay. Let's look at this question over here before some things here. Some comments here. I bought my Arteon because of Thomas's advice. Best decision ever. Congratulations. It's such a good
Yeah.
value for money, like that car. Such a good
Yeah,
value for
man.
money.
Amazing.
Incredible. Yeah, let's do one last question now before we
Yeah.
go on. All right. Okay. Jason Lim asking local year 2020 718 Spider, since we're the topic of Porsche, right? Or 2020 Recon 992 C2S
Wow, but this is a
manual.
spider. Whoa. Usually I will be 911, but this is a spider.
Hey guys, on the chat, let us know which one would you pick. You know my
This
answer,
is
lah.
like a pre dude, where's my car?
Yeah. I would definitely go for 718 Spider for a few reasons, right? Number one, the
Hmm.
shape. I mean, you look at the 911, wow, it looks nice. But you look at the Spider's shape, It's like, mamma mia. It looks nice,
I know
yes.
what you mean.
Naturally aspirated, 4.0. And let's not forget, it's a GT car. The 718 Spider is a full-on GT car. I mean, the engine is ball and stroke up to a 4.0, but still by GT team, GT suspension setup, aerodynamics, right? Steering
Yeah.
rack tuning, all those are done by the GT team. The 999, the problem about modern 911s, especially 991 and onwards, I don't know if you share the same opinion, Con. 991 onwards, 911s have became very, 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 what's the word for it? Very tame, very easy to drive, very
Yeah.
unintimidating, very comfortable.
Mm.
And I think it takes the edge off what it means to have a sports car in the
Yeah.
later 911s. It became more of a GT than a sports car already.
Correct. And actually, right, I think as much as I would prefer a manual actually probably no longer suits a modern 911 anymore.
Yeah, the
A,
turbocharged,
a,
right?
a 718 Spider is the more suitable car to enjoy with a manual transmission.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think
So yeah,
911s become, like Chin Sui is saying, or Theophilus is saying, is too clinical, it's too
yeah,
easy to drive,
he nailed it.
it's fast. It's a
Theophilus
great daily
nailed it.
supercar, daily sports car. Don't get me wrong, it's a great daily sports car.
Oh yes,
And the
yes.
temptation of 911 is always that, well, I'm paying the same money anyway. Should I get the bigger brother? Right? That's always the temptation of 911. Right?
Mm.
But
I yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
I'm I would always I always say what my first sports car will be a 911, but in this example, I think the Spider is a more attractive choice.
Yeah. If you really want a car that you can really push for its performance and get involved with the car a little bit more, the 718 Spider is definitely the car that gives you all of that. You'll learn and learn and learn and push and push and push. The Spider really gives you that. But if you want a car that you can just effortlessly drive fast, get the 911.
Yeah,
Yeah. 992 is so easy to drive fast. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Phew.
okay.
Wow, 2 hours of answering
Yeah, man.
questions.
Oh,
Time to
3
get back to my
rounds
car.
today, Chiang. Come,
I
let's
need a
throw it
drink.
at us. Okay, lah. While Thomas gets a drink, I go and plug 1 or 2 more questions, lah. This one need Thomas to answer, lah. Spend more or Civic or save a bit with City? I tried the previous gen Civic and City. Love the Civic's turbo, but I really go fast. I prefer the ride height and maneuverability of City. Then, if the City suits your needs and and your taste better, then you go with the City, lah. Okay, so we would start. Dude, where's my car? But now Chiang went for a drink.
Civic or save a bit with the City.
Yeah, I would
I
say
think
because
Civic is upmarket lah.
yeah, but in his based on the way he framed it, the City suits him better.
Yeah, City easy to get around town lah, smaller lah. Yeah.
Hey Thomas, this one for you, man. 2017 M240i convertible 230K from an Audi.
Hoyo.
I think no brainer lah. This one, huh? How does it differ from a 3 Series in many
Interior
ways?
wise, looks the same.
But actually, Thomas, in 2017, it is this against an F30. F30 3 Series versus this also about the same one. You say G20 versus this got difference. F30, same only lah.
Okay, the problem about the Audi TT, right, is that it's still a coupe. It doesn't transform your experience of owning a different car. Right? If you want to jump into a sports car, I think the convertible element gives you something unforgettable. Hey, but for 230,000 for M240i, is good price way.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's a
don't forget
convertible.
convertible. Just the M240i itself is really worth it, man.
Hey, Thomas, M240i, is it rear wheel drive or all wheel drive?
Rear wheel drive. You can spec it in all wheel drive also lah, but it's a B58 engine. Yeah.
Oh, sui lo, B58 no, you can't go wrong with B58 oh.
Yeah, bro. It's not the best looking car. It's probably he's probably doing a private import lah. It's not the best looking car. I'll be honest with you. The Audi TT will probably look more handsome. The convertible M240 will probably look weird lah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the better looking car is the Audi TT. But I think the car that will give you a sense of occasion is a convertible. So go for the M240i.
Oh, but then again, this particular unit of the TT, okay, worth to go for.
Owned by a friend that
Yes.
exploited the car's performance.
Oh yes. Careful owner.
Yeah.
Careful owner, well
Okay.
maintained. Okay,
All right,
come.
let's move on to Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, man, let's Dude, Where's My Car?
All right, so for those of us joining us for Dude, Where's My Car, we're going to pick one car, another car, and then have some laughs about it. It's a good way to learn about cars and good way to just have some good fun, right? So please join us in the comments as well. Which car would you pick?
Yeah.
Car number 1 or car number 2, all right? So Xiang, let's get going. Round 1, what do we have?
Man. Oh,
Hoyo!
Ferrari
360 Modena
Uyo.
manual.
Wow. Chiang, you first
Hey,
start
why
the
got no
list
challenge
already,
grill? They didn't do the challenge grill behind. You know, the grill. This is not the right spec. Anyways, okay. What is this? Porsche 997.2. You see this? See, interesting. These both are different eras.
Yeah.
997.2 would be a 430 equivalent era.
Yeah.
Okay. But they're both priced more or less around the same, I guess. Again, I think 997.2 will be 300 plus thousand to 400,000.
Yeah.
The 360 will be 300 to 360, 350, 400 as well. Yeah. So which one would you pick?
I always say my first sports car will be a 911, so I go 911. And 997
it's a proper rear wheel. Now it's still sports car feeling, rear engine.
Yeah. And 997, right, as a driving as a driver's car concern, is probably the 911 that I would enjoy most.
It's not
just that yeah.
It can be intimidating as well because the rear engine is kind of scary too.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the last 911 that still potentially is a widow maker lah.
The 997 is it's kind of scary to drive fast and the limit also lah. The rear feels like you can feel when you brake hard also you can feel the rear like coming out and here and there. It's, hello, I'm a rear engine car, you know. Yeah. All right. So for you, it's the 997.2. Let's see in the chat. All right. 360 Ferrari, Modena because you want something crazy. Modena 99. Well, that's
997 Jackson.
Yeah, 991. 360 sound nice. 911. 360. There's one from Corsa Imports for 800k manual. For me, as much as I love Porsches, right, my recent fascination has been Ferrari. This is challenge. Look at the challenge grille. So nice with the grille behind it. You know what? The 360 has a beautiful look.
Quite a lot of 911 takers also.
Yes. And I'm always surprised because 911 are really desirable. They drive well and they are less difficult to maintain.
Yeah.
You know, I used to hate the 360s look. When MCO came about, Bespoke parked a 360 Modena up at near my floor, and every look at it, it's like, oh my god, I like the 430 better, I like the 458 better, and blah blah blah. But the more you look at the 360, it has more of a subtle kind of design. It's a more Pininfarina design. You know, it's more Pininfarina. You know.
I mean, I would say that quite obviously the 360 is the more exciting car to drive for sure. But I
Mm,
will pick the 911 simply because I identify more with the 911.
true. Actually, I never really identify well with 911s. I know they are great cars, but just I personally I cannot identify 911s. Yeah,
So what do you
but
identify
I
with?
would recommend a lot of people to buy 911s. But
Yeah.
personally, I will not buy one. Right.
Mm.
But the Ferrari, the 360, oh, I tell you, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right. So for round
360 lah.
one, Thomas picks
Have you seen
Ferrari
the video that I'm driving the
360.
360?
Yeah.
Have you seen that video that I drive 360?
Oh yeah. You
Laugh like an
you
idiot.
yeah, man. Which is
Hey,
which tells me your next car is going to be a Ferrari already.
I think so too lah. I have
Yeah.
to touch one once in my life lah. And
Because the last time you were this enthusiastic about a car, it was the M2.
yeah, then it's so easy. I mean, like, okay, if it's a real driver's car lah. It's easy to trust the chassis. The chassis
Yeah.
tells you so much. Such a well-built chassis, and I don't know what about the 360, right? It's so freaking raw compared to the 4458. It's so raw, just really
Yeah.
raw. Yeah. Okay lah. So me and Con have differing opinions, a different choice.
Yeah.
911
I,
for
yeah.
Con and
Yeah.
Ferrari for Thomas. What do we have in round two? Let's see.
What? Oh, wow. From now we go ultra lux.
Yo,
Oh, Maybach.
Marsili S Class ah.
Maybach. Oh,
Maybach
six
Marsili Maybach
cylinder. This
480.
this segment six China market only another China special.
什么天下 cannot Anyone can help me?
Ah,
什么天下
how can a car like this give a six-cylinder engine, man?
It's I don't know. I feel very sad for
It's a China thing,
Maybach.
man. It's really a China thing, man.
Maybach is like supposed to be like creme de la creme. Then you got six.
Yeah, and it's like you wear golden wrapper clothes, right? And inside is a smoke puchao like that.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Let's, uh, what's this? Okay, what's next?
Wow.
哎呦，有一個中國車嚟，哦，哎呦
Wow.
，Bentley 啊，做咩你咁樣啊？哎
You see, even my
呦，
daughter is laughing, eh?
假辣喂！ Young, why you do this to me?
This
Why
is
do this to us? Okay, guys, let us know in the comments below what would you pick. I will pick the Bentley lah.
yeah, I will pick the Bentley also lah. Okay, law, ini for the interior. So Bentley, we've got a Mercedes. Yeah, Henry.
Okay, if both the engine are not, I mean, they're not the right engine, but at least get, I mean, you know what? I would take the Flying Spurs look.
Oh yeah, but actually, regardless, also I would have still chosen the Flying Spur lah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Even though the Flying Spur would lose 90% of its value down the years, right?
It's still a Flying Spur. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Bentley does not share the same badge as a hatchback.
Yes.
The Bentley is simply a Bentley.
Yeah. But this
Okay,
2.9
this. Did you know that in the novels of the James Bond, right? His original car is a Bentley, not an Aston Martin.
I knew it was not an Aston Martin, but I didn't know it was a Bentley. I thought it was
Bentley,
a Bentley. Yeah.
Bentley, British Bentley. But
Oh,
Aston
yeah.
Martin marketed so well that now people associate Aston Martin
Oh,
to
yes.
Queen Jane.
Yes. I know Aston Martin wasn't the original car stated in the novels one.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So B and Con chose the Flying
Flying
Spur.
Spur.
Yeah.
Round
Round
3.
3.
Come.
Apa ni? Last round. Last round. What do we have? Hoyo!
Wow.
Ferrari!
Wow, Yin Yang 6 away.
This is Yin Yong seat 啊，呢個咩車嚟嘅
What
F12
is
啊
it? Wow.
F F60
Oh,
哟
yo. Oh, yeah, I
V12
remember.
engine 所以 based on the
I, rem-
F12 啦
I remember this. Yes.
Okay. Apa ini Aston Martin Vantage lo Vantage V12
Oh,
convertible lo
Wow, V600. Oh, yo.
Hey, can you see the Aston Martin's front again? The front. I don't quite like how the front looks. It has lost that gentleman look already.
Yeah. But I would still pick the Aston lah.
Why?
Huh? I know. I always prefer the understated charms of Aston Martin versus the loud,
You're
brash
right.
nature of Ferraris. Yeah.
Aston Martin has its very unique sound when the car starts.
Yeah.
And the way the car growls when it moves. Just rolls off,
Mm.
Yeah. I think the F60, right? I don't know, the way it's designed is a bit like toyish. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning towards Aston a bit more because I do like the Vantage a lot.
Yeah.
Having driven one, I actually do like the Vantage. It's not a super sports car. It can be sporty, but
Yeah.
How about look at this, man? Look at the front. Oh, yo, Jiang. Wow, look at that. It looks good, lah. It looks good.
Yeah. Actually, I like that rear 3/4 angle of the F60.
Oh, yo.
Oh, yo, anzua.
Both also nice, eh. Okay, the Aston
Now,
has not such a dramatic interior, but for good reasons, right? Okay. Damn. Both are V12. One from Britain and one from Italy.
yeah, man.
Ayo, tough this one. I'm
Wow.
a sucker for convertibles. Both also convertible.
Ah, the question now is: do you want your your two seats is same color or different color?
One is Yin Yong, one is Kopi O, one is Yin Yong. I do like the Aston Martin, but something about a Ferrari V12 is like Ferrari V12. Okay, the V600 will roll off very nicely, but I think the high pitch V12 actually, you know what? The more I look at the Ferrari, right, it looks better and better. No, I'm gonna pick the
Actually,
Ferrari.
to me lah, even though I chose the Aston, but I think the Ferrari is the prettier car.
F12 never had a convertible, right? The
Yeah.
F60, I didn't know the F60 existed. Yeah, it's like the 881, the 812 Superfast. I then they have the
Mhm.
GTS, right? The convertible version of the Superfast, right? But then the F12 didn't have a convertible. I think.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I actually like the F12s look more than the super fast. You know, yeah, super fast always felt too big and bulky for me. The F12 actually looks kind of nice and neat lah. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know what, Ferrari lah. Since I'm on the
Ferrari,
Ferrari train, why not Ferrari, man?
Oh,
Ferrari Italiano.
the Ferrari. Today you eat the spaghetti, yeah?
I eat the spaghetti, the
The
lasagna.
spaghetti, yeah. And I decide to go British.
I drink the wine,
Okay.
the vino, the vino.
Okay. So
The F60 reminds me of the 575 Super America. Yeah. I mean, V12 Ferrari lah. Sings, it sings, right? Yeah.
yeah. Okay, lah. This one is
Okay.
true. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So me and Con got a different choice on the last one. All right, Con.
Yes.
I had fun. Did you have fun playing Dude Where's My
Oh
Car?
yes, I always enjoy Dude Where's My Car, and Chiang is now getting the real hang of it. Yeah.
Not
Guys,
the potong
so
sting people, not the excite
yeah.
people also.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, guys, just to say one thing, we at Horizon, we love Chiang because he really works hard behind the scenes. He's the guy who now runs our live show every week, and also every Saturday our morning drives. He's there capturing the beautiful shots of all our cars. So, guys, give us some love, give us some likes, click love and like for Chiang's sake. Okay, click on the
Yeah,
love button, click on the like button, just to show Chiang some love.
I tell you what, if you want your car, I put that aside first, Jiang. If you want to, I tell you what, invest in coming on weekend drives. I'm gonna convince you why, right? Good finance, good reason. If one day you're gonna sell your car and you want the pictures in Muda to look good, okay? Your second car dealer are less likely to take good pictures of your car. If you come to weekend drives, Xiang will take a very nice picture of the car. You can save it, and when you're about to sell your car, you can use those pictures as your cover picture when you list it online. And immediately, let's say you're selling MX5, 170,000, your competitor 170,000. You put a nice picture, people will click yours first.
Actually,
Okay.
yeah, because the other MX5 is probably going to be taken in some stockyard, stones on the floor. Yours background Chin Sui Temple.
Not only that, it's nicely taken by a person who actually loves cars. So he knows how to capture what looks good on a car.
Correct.
Okay. Right. And he does a great job capturing cars. And I've got the good fortune of him taking some very nice pictures of my cars. In fact, what I want to do for you guys right now is I want to show you how talented is this guy who's behind the screen. Okay, let me see. I mean, come on, guys, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Professional, nicely done. Look at that. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Come on. Look at that. Look at that. Put this on Muda, right? Even look got a picture of me recording as well, right? All right. So come on weekend, you'll take pictures of your car.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Chiang, thank you so much. You're a magic man. Seriously, I love your
love you, Chiang.
Every time after weekend drive, I always look forward to the posting on Horizon or all the pictures that come out on Horizon. And just enjoy the pictures he's taken. All right. And it's all listed on Horizon. Right. No, the fellas, if there is a picture of Multipla, I will find a way to detonate and destroy that car. Right. Okay. Right. But if you put it there, people will look at your car first. Confirm. Right. Look at your car first. Okay. Now Xiang is saying, Thomas, you better speed up because I want to sleep as well. Okay, so we have to make an announcement. Evo Enduro is coming after a hiatus of 2020 and 2021 because of
Yeah.
obvious reasons. We couldn't travel to Thailand, but now we're back. All right.
Yes.
So Mae Hon Son is a loop around Chiang Mai. Okay. There's
Five
a total
thousand.
of 1,864 corners at Mae Hon Son.
Yeah.
And the views, can we show some of the views as well? Of Mae Hon Son. Basically, it's a 13 days, right? 10 days drive, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's a 10 days drive, 5,000 kilometers up and down. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of the pictures. Really
Yeah, man.
tight
I think
road.
just before COVID, Bobby, they all went up to do a recce drive. We were going to pull this. We were going to do this in 2020, but well, COVID happened. So yeah, it's happening now instead.
But basically it has some views that is
Oh,
breathtaking.
it's spectacular. I mean, basically, right? You can. There were some pictures I saw. You sit on the ledge, like the viewing the mountain view, eating noodle.
Hmm. Yep. So we're gonna go all the way there
Yeah,
to drive. And some of you may have not driven that long, but I tell you what, if you come, don't have to worry about if you know anybody. All right. I went to Evo Enduro 2019 alone. I had no friends there.
yeah,
And look, today I'm part of Team Horizon, right? And
yeah,
many car friends, right?
yeah.
So it doesn't matter how many friends you have. It doesn't matter. Come and join us.
Yes, yes.
How to? Sorry, Con.
No, I was just reaffirming what you say. Yes,
Ah,
yes. Yeah,
okay. RSVP by first signing up at club.evomalaysia.com, and then you can click on and you register and register for the Enduro 2020.
yeah.
But we are not going to like take money from you for joining this event, right? But that's not our goal. Our
Mm-hmm.
goal is that we want to organize this. So the only confirmation you need to do is, I believe, a very small fee of commitment, like 50 or 150 or 200 ringgit, a very small fee, which will all be, it's not the main point. The main point is you want to know who's serious. And then you have to
Yeah,
make your booking on the hotels and show that, look, I booked my hotels. I'm serious about coming. You're not doing this as like, oh, we're organizing a trip that you have to pay money for us to do it. No, 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 no.
mm,
Okay. So yeah. Uh it's gonna be a trip that you're gonna remember for a lifetime.
yeah.
Okay. Not all cars qualify because someone said, hey, Ativa can come. No, cannot.
We, we,
The
we, we cannot stop you from following also, right? But you are,
mm,
we don't we Evo Enduro. We have a list of cars that you know there are disqualification criteria for your cars, right?
yep,
So there's
yep.
a wide range of cars, right?
The only condition we'll give for 4 doors or stuff is Singaporean registered cars because
Yeah,
Singaporeans owning cars are very expensive, so all
yeah,
accepted, no problem,
yeah.
right? But we want people to buy cars that are special, right?
Yes,
To
yes,
celebrate these cars. So
yes.
some people say, wow, is it very lancy? We all want all expensive
No,
cars. No, no. Special cars. Toyota Caldina can come, no problem, right?
yeah, and Ford Mondeo is cheaper than an Ativa.
Yeah, and you can get a Ford Mondeo to bring to drive over. It's qualified,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Caldina, you can bring, no problem. Toyota Camry XV70, you can bring that, right?
yeah.
Mark X, right? So we are not say that you must drive expensive because we want to drive some cars that are special cars,
Yes.
right? Okay, all right. That's it. We are done with
Yeah.
the show. Come for Evo Enduro. I hope to see you there. I'm prepping my spider. I'm already done my suspension. I've done my
Oh,
brakes. I changed new tires. Next is I'm going to change
wow.
my spark plugs. My core plugs. Sorry, my core plugs have to go. And then I'm going to change new radiator pipes, the whole the cooling system, so nothing breaks. And then even the water pump. These are known to be weak points of this car. I'm going to change them all, and you know, get it ready for Evo Enduro. My spider.
Yes, David E36 can join. Come.
Yes,
But make sure
absolutely can join.
it's well maintained, it's well serviced, can come.
And look for all the weak points, fix them up before you go.
Mm.
Like my Spider, even my Spider cooling can be a weak point. Coolant pipes can leak. Going to change them. Water pump can fail. Going to change them before I go for Evo Enduro. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Con, thank you so much. It was fun.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Great fun.
We nailed a lot of questions, man. A lot of questions.
Yeah, man. I guess we'll see you guys this weekend for our morning drive, and again next Monday back here again.
Yeah, come and join us for morning drives as well. Evo Club Tri Station just waste. We'll see you there at 6:30 in the morning. We depart at 7.
Yeah. And if you need to clean up if you need any car cleaning services, always come to Evo Club Car Wash. We are based in Sungai Besi. You can drop us a line. Or you can find us on Facebook, Instagram. That's our contact details are all there.
I'll do you a better, Con. If your car hasn't been deep cleaned since you bought it, meaning to say carpet extracted, properly, like clean all the nooks and crannies of the interior, I promise you, the Enduro package, you must do it. And you will feel, you will not know how dirty your car is until you get your car clean.
Yes. This week we took in one my friend lah. He sent his Honda City in. He do the higher grade prestige package. That's the one where we lift up the car and we clean the undercarriage. So we found that the rear end of the car got into an accident once upon a time. The welding was so badly done. There was a hole in the welding that was letting water into the boot.
Oh my God, that's so bad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
More than a car wash, right?
Yeah. So we specialize in engine wash. We can take out your seats. We can remove your wheels, wash the inside of your wheels. A lot of things. But I won't spam this live show. You can just drop us a line at Evo Club Car Wash Facebook or Instagram. Right?
I'm just understand people. You haven't get your car clean since you bought your car. You must do an enduro package.
And if you guys have busy schedules, I can even send driver to pick your car up and send it back to you. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Do it, Evo Club Car Wash. All right, guys. That's it for us tonight. I'm gonna go and KO and sleep.
Yeah, my princess here also going to KO already.
All right, good everybody. Thanks, Con. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Jiang.
Okay, guys. See you next episode.
Bye. Thank you.